Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy David at the Irish Hotspur, Ireland's #1 Spurs fan, bringing you to watch along for today's massive clash. NS Mura versus Tottenham Hotspur in the Europa Conference League. We win today. Rennes do that what they're supposed to do, beat Vitesse. We qualify. It means the game against Rennes does become a first, second spot playoff. But of course, no Jack Kanicki today. He is off enjoying himself on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all people stateside. But Marcelo has come to join us, and happy Thanksgiving to Marcelo too. But Marcelo, how are you, my man?
It's happy Spurs giving, baby, because we're about to watch some Conte boy. I'm ready, bro. I am ready, pumped up. This is the real European night. Make no mistake, it might be the Conference League, bro, but the shines bright and Spurs, right? Everybody comes watch us. Everybody talks about us. We're major news. We're the frontline papers, all right? Spurs make the European night. So today is the main European night. I can't wait. Really excited. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, it's a pleasure to have you, my man. It's an absolute pleasure. It's good to have you on, man. Getting a part of the old gang back together, and enjoying the games. It's what it's about, my man. It's what it's about. Kenny's in the house. He says, big up David Harris. I'm pumped up for Spurs on NS Moore today. Are you live today, man? I'm live right now, my man. I am live right now. I'm pumped for it, my man. Salary agent's in the house and he's going 6-1. That's what I'm talking about. It should be fucking double figures, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? These are absolutely crap. Dark Sung G says, come on, you Spurs, 7-0 today. Session, Gill, Skip, Tanganga, and Roden, 1 goal each, came with a brace and either an own goal or a lucky dirty goal. I'm happy with the back three. No, it isn't. Look, it gives them a chance to throw the name in the ring for whoever replaces Romero for however long he's out injured, So hopefully, they can step up today and produce. Tottenham Tantrum Gold says, ladies and gentlemen, it's the main event of the evening from Kildare, Ireland, introducing the biggest Spurs fan in the world, the one and only Iron David Hotspur Harris. And all the way from USA, we have the GOAT, we have Mr. Motivator, we have the walking, talking human Spurs man himself, Marcelo. Come on, you Harris family. Come on, you Flat Cap Army. Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely.
That's how you motivate it. That's how you motivate two people to watch a Spurs game. That's how you do it. Great comment. That's comment of the day.
Big up, Dermot. That's what we're talking about, my man. Come on, you Spurs. Big up, David. Love you, my man. Big up, Elias, my man. I hope you're keeping well. Big yourself up. And, of course, I love all my followers, my man. Anthony Gray says, come on, you Spurs. Come on, Anthony. Today's the day to put some respect and some pride back on that badge. Vince Vega is in the house. He says, come on, you Spurs. 11-0 to the Yidos. Let's rip tonight. Come on, you Flat Cap Army. That's what I'm talking about, my man. Peter Kipp is in the building. Interesting lineup. I'd like to see if Deli has learned anything or if he would be sold soon. Yeah, look, I'd say, also see what new color he has in his hair. We do not know. The walking packet of crayons. Hopefully he performs. Absolutely love it. Paro Miguel Escobardo, big up David and Jacko. It's Marcelo today, my man. He says, Vamos Spurs, all the way from Lagos. Big up Para Miguel Escobardo. Absolutely love it. Vince Vegas says, David's cartoon mock-up should have the Spurs logo cockroach on his flat cap tip. Absolutely love it. That's for sure. It should. Cara Simpson says, 6 for Spurs tonight. Come on, you Spurs, my man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We have Daniel Anderson, Weatherall. He says, this should be a walk in the park. That it should, my man. That it definitely should be. Honestly, it is called the Recreational Park. So it is actually literally a park. It's only 4,000 people. There's more people in a Tesco car park on a Saturday morning doing their shopping. So we should be absolutely walking through that park, my man. Dark Sun G says, Gil, Session, Tanganga, and Roden, fight for your places. Come on, you Spurs. Marcelo, what would you say to Dark Sun G, man?
Absolutely. I think this is a good opportunity for everybody in this team. Everybody in this team needs to prove something, Less so much Gil, because he's a new, he's young. I think also Sess has a future here. But, I mean, if they want to, prove that they're ready to be in the first team football, Dark Sun G is absolutely right. They got to perform today. And not only just today, they also got to perform against Rennes the next day. Because you got to remember, we need to finish first in this competition. Because if we finish first, we skip the rounds of 32 and we go to the rounds of 16. So that's a big deal. That's a game that saves the team, right? Yeah. Because if we're going to go to knockout competitions, I don't want to start seeing the second team, because remember when we did the second team in Europa League, I said it. We play the first team in Europa League because if we play
Yeah.
the second team, you just can't rely on them. Not consistent enough. So this is where the second team / third team comes in play and gets the result that we need. Goes to Rennes, gets the result that we need, and if they do it convincingly, some of these players might pop in the first team. Some of them might start, saying, "Hey, Ndombele has a good performance today. He has a good performance against Rennes." He starts playing a little bit in the first team. He then kind of say like, "Hey, Conte, give me some more minutes," and people will back him. But as of right now, this is where they have to prove it. It's all or nothing. It's sink or swim.
No, it definitely is sink or swim, and I couldn't agree more with you, Marcelo. Actually, some great points there. I have to say. Look, they're always out crying in the papers, giving about this, that, and the other, the management, the fitness, whatever else it may be. But there's nowhere to hide under this manager. And look, Marcelo, just kind of add on to it. Do you think that with Conte that you will see more from this second string team in terms of performances? Because it kind of is like last chance salute for these guys, really.
I think so. I think especially for Ndombele, I think he absolutely, he has to prove that he can work under Conte. If he can't work under Conte, there's 3 managers now that tells him that he's not fit. That's 3 managers now that doesn't see him as a future in Spurs or a future in his squad. Come on, 3 times you're out. That's it. For me, that's the last time. This is his final chance, and especially with Conte because Conte, he has 3 physical coaches. There's no excuse like you had under Mourinho where, Mourinho kind of just let them do their own thing. No. You have a coach that's dedicated to you, bro. A physical coach dedicated to you to get your fitness level up. If you cannot do it, that is not Conte's fault. That is just you being an unprofessional player, which he already is, really, if we're being honest. But he has time to turn it around. If he works under Conte, he can do some great things. But this is, for me, and Ndombele's last chance. Dele Alli, same boat. I think for Gil and Cess, a little bit too early, but, you never know. But but also, I think, it's also good opportunities for some of these younger players, like Cess.
Yeah.
Like, I think Sessegnon, I think he's going to shine under this Conte system. He's a bombing left wing back. He's got a lot of pace. He likes to attack. He likes going forward. So I think he can do well. And I think Gil can do very well. And Taganga. And, I think those guys can do pretty well as well.
No, I definitely think so. That's for sure. Guys, sorry, we are on the way there. I was just trying to find my link for it, but I have got one eventually. So if anybody does want to sync up, I am 2 minutes and 54, 55, 56.
I gotta get my screen.
57, 58, 59. We're 3 minutes in. If anybody does want to sync up, and it's Dele Alli on the ball, running down the wing here. He's done a little step over, come back inside. He has red in his hair today, so he decided he wants to be the red Crayola today. Absolutely love it. MS Mura picked the pocket. Bit sloppy here in the opening couple of minutes, that's for sure. Let's see who else we have in the house. We have Luke Tracy. He says, Marcelo, make your bed. Big up, Luke. No, come on, man. He's straight out of bed. Sure, like it's only like 11 o'clock over there, man. Come on, give him time. Give him time.
The afternoon. Oh no, it's usually just it's just because like this is a big blanket, so it looks a lot like messier than it actually is.
Yeah,
it's because it's winter, so it's not as messy as people think.
No, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. Kuva99, he says, big up David and Marcelo. Big up, Kuva. I hope you're keeping well. Good debut on We Are Tottenham TV, my man. Omari Sobers has gone 8-0. I absolutely love it, lad. Absolutely love it. Mike Hunt says, streams. Email me, my man. Email me. That's the best way around it. Dark Sun G21 says, Marcelo, doesn't it feel different to watch Conte Spurs than Nuno Spurs? It really feels relaxing and you can expect fight and passion. Good to see you again.
Oh, that's a poor pass from Doherty. It's good to see you, Dark Sun Chi. Always love your support. One of the OGs. But as far as Conte, yeah, completely different. The press conferences. He has such a charisma, and when he says something, he means it. You can tell, like, there's none of this. Oh yeah, we'll just work harder, and stuff like that. He actually goes into depth. He says, "Look, we were sloppy in the first half. Well, we're good in the second half. There's stuff to work on, but there's also stuff that we can build on from this performance." He really, like, I don't know. he doesn't just say these hollow words. His words aren't hollow. And obviously, when you have a winning coach like him, you
Yeah.
just feel more secure. Nuno, no real experience. Nearly got Wolves relegated. Doesn't really give you the most, inspiring. I don't know. It doesn't
Yeah.
inspire you. While Conte
Yeah.
is like he's a Premier League winner, Serie A winner. Done it all. So I don't know. Oh, good ball here.
What minute are you on there, Marcelo?
I might be a little bit ahead of you. 6 minutes. 6
Yeah,
minutes
I'm
and
on.
12.
Okay, I'm on 6 minutes and 10, so I'll watch it on my phone. It's easier.
Yeah, if you want, I can because my internet is fine, David. If you have another StreamYard, I can just share it
See,
with you.
it's StreamYard that puts the lags in it on the matches.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Oh.
Yeah, you
Ah.
say the chance with Gil, just a poor touch.
Yeah. Yeah. It should have hit better touch. But even Doherty could have hit that too. I think it was Ali coming in at the back post.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe put a little bit more on it, to be honest with you. But it's a good start. It's a good start. But Dark Song G, big yourself up, my man. I hope you're keeping well. Mark Hunt, the first one, it's back working, my man. Michael Rogers says, Conte was my man of the match for the Leeds game. Hopefully we can build. No, 100%.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved what he done, my man. Absolutely loved it. Ribsy's in the building. Derek Hutchinson is always in. Big up, you guys. Come on, you Spurs. And MS with the super chat, my man. Really appreciate the support, brother. He says, evening, gents. They just reported at a dinghy from France reached Southend. They identified him as Tanguy Ndombele. 3-0, come on, you Spurs. Absolutely love that, MS. Absolutely love it. No,
I'm just gonna get some water, David. I'll be right back. Yeah.
Yeah. No worries. No, my man MS, he's over in Slovenia today, so he's out there performing for the mighty Tottenham Hotspur, my man. Look, hopefully he can play well, Hopefully he plays well today. That's what we want. First opening exchanges in the opening 7-8 minutes here. It's very sloppy, to say the least, to be honest with you. It's a bit sloppy, loose passes. But once we get them connected, we are going to put these to bed very, very easily. They're not even offering anything going forward. They've been very poor themselves. Anyone that does want to sync up, I am on 8 minutes and 2, 3, 4 seconds if anyone wants to sync up. But MS, really appreciate the support, brother. Really appreciate it. My man. Regular is in the house as well. Tottenham teacher. Go to the first one here. Big yourself up, Tottenham teacher. Hope you're keeping well. NS Mura there. Lucas Mura FC just with a shot from outside the box, not troubling Galini. THFC for life. Just wondered if Marcelo would like to apologise after his massive rant slagging off English fans the other day. Apologise for nothing, Marcelo.
No, I apologize for absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Look, I said I love Tottenham fans, but other than that, the rest of the English fan base, they can stick it where their sun don't shine, all right? Listen, when we lost, I say it again, when we lost the Copa America, I got more banter from English fans than I did from Argentinians. So why would I say sorry? No, I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry.
Absolutely love it. Big up to HSC for life. Absolutely love it. We have Mofshell. He says, greetings all the way from Norway. Big yourself up, my man. I hope you are keeping well, brother. We also have Nick in the house. Big up, lads. Gotta hate this kit. Assault on the ice. Hope it distracts the opposition. Yeah, I don't like it either.
Oh, that's a poor pass from Kane. Come on. Sorry.
Yeah, that is poor, to be fair. That is poor.
That was
Should
a
be
good
better
chain
than
of
that.
play.
Oh,
yeah.
well, I nearly won it back. But yeah, Nick, I'll be honest with you. Honestly, I've said it many times. If I put this on, I look like Barney the dinosaur. It's absolutely ridiculous, my man. I couldn't wear that kit. I don't like it. And the referee gives a free kick. Absolutely ridiculous. Taz is in the house. Danny missing his ketchup so much he's decided to dye his hair the same colour. Absolutely love it, Taz. Yeah, that's true. That's so true. They're walking ketchup bottle today. Steve D, come on, you Spurs. Nice to see you, lads. Big good to see you, Stevie. I hope you are keeping well, my man. And Rachel Vida is in the house. Hopefully Winky doesn't come on. No, look, Winky.
Oh, geez.
Hopefully he's the extra water play we need today.
Goal for Mura. That's shit.
He's got inside. That's
that
way
is
easy.
Shit.
Who is he got inside there?
Who
Who did
is
he cut
that?
inside? Oh
Who
my
was
God.
that? That is
That
pathetic.
is
That is
absolutely
pathetic
shocking.
defending. Who is that?
Oh my God.
That is pathetic
Who
defending.
did he cut inside?
That is pathetic. Whoever it is needs to. He should never play for Spurs
That's
ever.
lazy. That's just lazy.
That is lazy defending. That's pathetic. That's not even lazy. That's pathetic.
I mean, these are absolutely useless.
That's
I mean,
pathetic.
absolutely pathetic. These are.
Wow.
And
I
it's
have never. That's what I mean, David. These guys. Who was that? It was. Oh, guess who it is? Guess who it is?
Sanchez.
Guess who it is? The culprit himself, right?
Sanchez.
Remember the guy that I was saying you can't trust him for anything? Remember the guy that I was saying we need to be sold?
Oh
Remember the guy that I was debating, saying that he has no quality, that he always does this, he always has this in his pocket, bro? This is Mura, bro. This guy is getting spun by Mura, bro. Come on now. And people are saying me that this guy has pace, that he has good tackling, that come on now, man.
Nah, that's shocking.
That is pathetic. Get him off.
There's no way he's taking over for Romero long term while he's out injured. No way. I mean, that's absolutely shocking. I mean, that's so easy. I mean, as a defender, you have to be reading that and anticipating it. Yeah, people can say he lost his footing, but my God, he's also about five yards away from the guy as well. It's just way too easy. That's absolutely pathetic defending. And look, this is what I keep saying to people. Yeah, Sanchez can come in and he can have a good game.
Yeah.
He's also still, he could play well for 89 minutes, but he will cost you.
Oh, cross the ball, Doherty. You fucking idiot.
Oh, my God.
Man, that's another clown, bro.
Yeah.
He tries to, dribble, just cross the fucking ball, man. And Galini, bro. That guy is so shit. Honestly. I could probably score against him from the halfway yard box. The guy just stands there. He needs to take some fucking, I don't know, what's it called? Those sleeping pills. He needs to take some sleeping pills, bro, because that man doesn't sleep.
No. I don't know. Look, credit to the guy, to be fair. It was an absolute cracking finish. I'd be happy if that was a Spurs player, but Jesus Christ. I mean, it's just way too easy. I mean, we can't even get a grip of the ball. The ball's bouncing around. Honestly, I feel like I'm watching the tennis. It's just bouncing around. These are absolutely crap. I know it's only 12 minutes in, but Jesus Christ, settle on the ball. Zip the ball around. Get comfortable on it. It's bouncing around like it's a ping pong ball. Absolutely ridiculous.
I've never seen a team so nervous.
We will win this game. But the thing is, with these players, now they're going to be rattled. We've seen how rattled they were when they scored.
Oh, good ball from Gil. Oh, what the fuck, Gil? Come on, man.
Oh, he's got to finish that.
You gotta finish that, bro. You gotta at least hit the target. That's a great run from Gil. But what are you doing, man? You're not even close.
Starting Ndombele with that ball.
That was a Ndombele. That's a great run from Gil, but man, that was fucking terrible finishing.
He just needs to compose himself, man.
Yeah, man.
Just a bit of composure. It's all he's lacking. Oh, I mean, how are you fouling there? These are crap. How are they giving you the run around? Sessignon, lazy shit.
Yeah, Sessignon.
Max says, same players, different manager. Look, I've always said this. Until we start clearing out these players, and this is another thing I'm sick of. People want to see the reborn of Harry Winks, the reborn of Sanchez.
I don't.
These sort of players. I understand that, okay? You like them, they're Tottenham. You could say they've been loyal, but their performance have been below standard and shit for the last 3, 4, 5, 6 years now. Absolutely woeful. You keep playing these games. You're talking about NS Moore. You're talking about
Zagreb,
Costa Ferreira. You're talking about Zagreb. You're talking about
Vitesse,
Antwerp. You're talking about Colchester.
Colchester.
These teams should be nowhere near the level. We should be dominating this game from start to finish. I've got to keep saying this. I've seen Tottenham under 21s be rolled out in the UEFA Cup and beat a lot better teams than these. With ease.
Look how he closed that down. He's walking, David.
They're internationals.
He's walking. Rodon got into the right spot, but also Golini, bro. Take some melatonin, man. Go to fucking sleep. You got to be jumping for that, bro.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it if he doesn't save that, but you got to die for that, bro. The man, all he does is just look. He just looks at balls passing him, man. Fuck me, he's shit.
I can't believe we're saying we're one down. I mean, this is ridiculous.
It's
Even there,
pathetic. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. This team is so embarrassing sometimes, man.
I mean, all day I've spoke about putting respect, pride on the badge, and already we've gone 1-0 down. You know, it's just. And the thing is, then it puts more pressure on the Rens game if we don't get the result we're expecting here, which there's no need to be.
No.
No need to be. You know, and you're going to have to roll out the first team as well in the middle of a period where we have 9 games in 17 days. You know, it's just.
Honestly, listen, I'm going to be real here, David. If honestly, I'm just going to say this, and this is going to be controversial, but if we have to play the likes of the first team to just beat these guys,
yeah,
then I don't want to go any further in this competition. I really don't. I honestly, because I'd rather us just focus on the league, focus on FA Cup, and then go for there. You know, like, because really, like, come on now, like you know, we're saying these players are loyal, but are they, David? You know, this is where loyalty comes in.
No,
you show up for these games.
No, I meant loyal as in like, you know, they sit there like
Kane. What the fuck is that? That's a poor touch, man. That's from Harry Kane, bro.
Just all he has to do is just flick that on. Your man's like Gill's already running in off him. Just flick it on. Just move it on.
Kane, like, you know, like, it hurts me to say it, man, but he's been woeful as well. Some really poor first touches.
Oh, here we go. No, it's too overhit.
Still could try. I've been liking Ndombele and Gill. I've been liking them both. They've been their only positive players so far. If Kane just finds his final touch, man, you know, we can actually go and score something, bro.
Oh, it's just, we shouldn't even be in this position anyway. You know, we should already be 1 or 2-0 up. It's just embarrassing. I mean, like, how are we going 1 down? I mean, it only gives them the incentive. You know, with some of these players' mentality, they're only going to go back into their shell and cry, and they're going to blame the pitch. You know, they're going to blame the stadium was too small, the crowd wasn't loud enough. You know, I mean, not everything else but themselves.
Yeah, just bullshit. You know, Doherty. Like, the thing is, right, I'm watching, honestly, I would take some of these Mura players over some of our players, bro. I'm watching them do, like, first pass touch, you know, fucking, and then our players are like, you know, their touches are so fucking woeful, man.
Yeah.
I've never seen some worse first touches, David, in my life. Just get the ball. Oh my God. Oh my God. Did you just see that from Sanchez?
Yeah. Do you know why he kills me, Marcelo? Right, you know, I grew up watching players like Carrick, Dembele, Modric, you know, smooth operators in midfield, players that could get on the ball, pass the ball around. You know, we just don't have it. You know, and the thing is, we've bought the players to do that. They can do it when they feel like it, but you know, it's when they feel like it, which should not be the case. It's absolutely mind-boggling. It's killing. You know, it's just like, Jesus Christ, where's the pride? Where's the honor? Where's, like, you know?
There is none. You know why, David? Because these guys, Tottenham is just a paycheck, and this is where I don't get from some of these fans why they love these guys, and it kind of really annoys me because, you know, what the fuck is that from Gill, man? Just get the ball, just hold the ball up. You know, you don't have to pass it every time you get the ball. Get the ball, drive it forward. Who is there to drive the ball forward, David? Is there anyone that's going to get the ball and just say, you know, like you said, you know, Modric. I remember when that guy used to get the ball, he said, hey, leave it to me, buddy. I'll drive the ball forward. Get the ball forward. Get it to the, you know, to the striker. You know, man, you had Dembele, you know, taking that responsibility in the midfield. You had, you know, guys like Eriksson, you know, the only person that does that in this team right now is Son. You know, he's the only one that drives the ball forward. Yeah. And you can see how we miss him.
Marcelo, I'm just going to grab my phone charger. Just give me 1 second, lad.
Yeah, go do what you got to do. I'll keep everybody entertained. Come on, boys. This is a simple pass back. And Kane. Oh, this is shit. This is rough to watch, boys. You know, as a Spurs fan for, you know, Since middle school, really. It's crazy to think. I've been following this club since middle school. This is probably my least, team. My least favorite team, honestly.
It's just embarrassing, man.
It just is. We can't string any passes together. I've never seen a Spurs team that can never, listen, we've never been the best. That is, wow. We're getting split open. Like, okay, Spurs has never been that great at defending. It wasn't until Pochettino came in,
Yeah.
and then we had, the Danish, not the Danish, the Belgian wall.
Come on, that's a yellow card.
It is, yeah. He's gotten.
He's away. He's away.
You got the yellow.
Good.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Our B team is crap, man. You can't rely on them for anything. I wouldn't rely on some of these players to beat, honestly, a team in the conference. Honestly, I wouldn't. In a knockout game, I don't think I could, David.
Yeah. No, I just
fuck me. They can't keep possession against Mura.
I know this is what I'm getting so annoyed about. I mean, these are crap. You keep passing it around. By passing it around, if there's no way through them, pass it around. You're pulling them out of shape. You're moving them side to side. Gaps will appear. But we can't even do that. But not even that. But we're not even passing it around with any zip, any purpose. It's all slow, lethargic.
There we go.
It's not good enough.
And then the first touch, so long. Don't send it long. Play it out from the back. Come on, show me a little bit of your quality. Sends it long. We lose the ball. Boom. Great. Awesome. Fucking shit.
How are we resorting to going along like that? It's pissing me off.
It's already. And then people, they say, "Oh, I want to play, attractive football." Well, you need players of quality for attractive football, man.
Yeah. So that's the very first thing I've been saying since I've ever come on We Are Tottenham TV, and I heard you on there saying the same thing. I was like, someone that understands it,
Yeah, you need guys like Christian Eriksen. Look, I know you and I had debates about him, but for me, he was an absolute genius up front. Just could find that through pass, could just link the team together. Had that creativity and high. I was absolutely gutted when he left, man. But just a guy that you can really tell just had, was really a maestro, a master when it comes to creativity in football. We have no one, not even an inkling like him. Not even an inkling like him. And then you have Dembele, just a powerful force, a presence in the midfield, didn't take shit from anybody. Oh, that's a great ball. That's a whole back ref.
Oh, what ball by Matt? What ball by Gill?
He came back.
Yeah. How's that not a free kick at least?
That's a free kick. That's bullshit. That's pathetic.
Matt Hayes, I just sent you the link there, my man. If you want to hop on, get the band back together. That's exactly what I'm talking about, my man. I just sent you the link if you do want to hop on. Oh, man, I just... Do you know what? At least what this will do is it will expose the players that just... Look, they may have talent. They may have something locked inside of them. But the thing is, let's just be honest. They're not doing it for Tottenham. They're just not. So when that stops happening, it's time to move them on.
What's the scariest thing is, David? How have they not been exposed already? Colchester was already for me like a big warning sign, right? Then there was Norwich in the FA Cup. That game I even have it blocked in my memory, bro.
Yeah.
And then there was, Zagreb. All of, fucking Everton. Okay, I would understand if it was Chelsea, United, or, fucking even Leicester, or I guess Everton is a good team. But, I would understand if it's those teams. But, some of these teams that we've been knocked out to are, like, embarrassing, bro.
I mean, they're like C-grade European teams.
Yeah. They're not even
like Z-list celebrities.
Yeah. No, you're right. They're not even, like, good. But Kane with another horrible first touch, man. He's been absolutely woeful.
This is true by Daryl Denton. It's like watching a pub team. It really is. With
it really is, yeah.
Manager.
Honestly, David, I think that's respectful to pub players. Because I've actually... Ooh, that's a great pass from Dele Alli. Come on, Kane. Do something here, Kane. Do something here, Kane.
Oh, he's in. What's he doing? Oh, he's gone too wide. He's gone too wide. Play it back. Play it to him.
Kane took way too long.
God.
Kane took way too long. What is going wrong with Harry Kane, man? I love the guy, but what is going on? He's looking poor against Mura. What is going on with him, man? What is going on?
I was actually surprised he started today, to be honest with you. I mean, like, you could see he was out on his feet towards 80 minutes against Leeds. I actually thought he might have been rested today.
Yeah, but even then, David, I'm still not one of those people that are Harry Kane out. As soon as he chose to stay at the club, I backed him. I gave him a fair shot. Been giving him a fair chance, but he needs to start improving his performances, man. And this is Mura.
I actually thought he had a good game at the weekend. I thought he was
one of
the players on the pitch.
No, he did have a good game against Leeds, and he was unlucky to not have a goal. But what I mean is, that's one game. This is Harry Kane. I hold him to a different standard, and you can definitely see he's not hitting that same.
Hey, gents.
Hey, how you doing, Matty? How you doing?
Hey, Matty?
Oh, not too bad. How are you?
All good, my man. Not all good, actually. We're 1-0 down.
As good as can be.
I mean, these have only scored 3 goals all competition now, and 2 of them are against Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, and every time we've played full internationals across the back line against them, it's shambolic. Are you only turning it on, Matty? Are you only home from work?
No, I've been watching, unfortunately.
What do you make of the opening 25 minutes?
It's been the same that we've seen from Tottenham in Europe every single game since Amsterdam, to be honest. It's been lethargic. It's been players who don't really seem like they care. And the excuse we've had in the past is, well, these players don't play often. These players who are, that maybe lacking a bit of match fitness, maybe not up to speed. But
that's great from
it's nearly a full team.
Come on, Doherty. Honestly, shoot for that, Doherty. Go for a shot.
What's he doing? Just put your blazers through that.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's on your powerful foot too. You could have went for that.
Well, it is a Tottenham corner. Jeez, I mean, it's perfect angle. I could see what he was trying to do, though, to be fair. Dele Alli was making a run in. It looks like it's gone for a short.
Come on now.
Let's see what we can do here.
I think we're...
Oh, that's sloppy. Oh, my God, Doherty. Jesus Christ. Just take care.
What is that pass from Skip? Skip should have known better from that.
Oh.
Good
defending of the game,
Good defending from Rodon.
Ah, good. Good defending. Dark Sung G says, yo, Matt, long time no see. How are you, buddy?
I'm keeping well. Good to see you, Dark Sung G. Hope you're keeping well.
Belly. Show your strength there. Good job.
DIC Jones is same. He says, good to see you, Matty. Same as Theo Shilton. Good to see you repping the 95 away kit. And Carl Simpson says it's good to see you as well.
It's good to see everyone else as well. Cheers for the welcome. I appreciate it. Just see at the bottom there, Gil Messi. I love it.
Oh, yeah, I had to.
What minute of the game are you at? I think I might be about 20 seconds ahead of you.
I am on 28 minutes and 33 seconds.
No, about 40 seconds ahead of you. Okay, I'll try to keep my reactions to myself.
No worries.
I'll try.
This is just embarrassing. I mean, it's so deflating. I mean, all day, I've been speaking about just pride, get out there, get the job done, make life easy. And it's just like, I don't know why I do it. I do not know why I do it. It's just kind of like, I do want to give them like a chance, but like at the same time, it's how many more chances do we have to keep rolling these guys out there? I mean, I get it. Sometimes we have no option. We do need to rest players. I get it. But like,
honestly, it's less about...
I'd rather see the likes of Amole and stuff out there. You know what I mean? Harvey White and players like that, because this is just, I mean, you're looking at players. There's no one. I'm watching Sanchez on the ball, about 14 touches there. No one coming towards to him to say, give me that ball. No one wants to get turned on it. We end up pumping it out and giving it straight back to them. What is wrong with this team? We have a Leeds fan in the house. I hope you enjoyed the beating at the weekend, my man. Keep yourself up. He says, football fans, hello, greetings from England. My man, I hope you're keeping well, brother.
What do you make of Sanchez's part in the goal? Do you think it was his fault or was he unlucky he slipped?
No, it is his fault. Gave way too much space.
I agree.
Yeah. I think if he was closer to the defender and not 10 yards away when he slipped, I would say, okay, fair enough. It's just unlucky. Yeah. But he was already in a bad position anyway. It's kind of like you already gave him too much room to put in and get the shot. I mean, you actually showed him what to do. You actually showed him the path to go. It's just kind of like, Jesus Christ, show him on the outside. You know, that's what he should be doing. Show him on the outside, back yourself, and say to him, if you think you can beat me on the outside, go for it. You know? And it's just stupid.
What is Kane doing? Oh, no, that's not Kane. Who is that?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, losing his foot. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ellie.
I mean,
my
the
God.
walking ketchup bottle. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's a red card.
Yeah.
It's a red card from Sessegnon.
Sessegnon sent off.
That's pathetic. That's stupid.
No.
This is your one chance and you do this. You're a fucking idiot.
They're both such stupid challenges as well. I don't know what he was thinking for the first one.
Challenge.
And then diving in like that.
You're a fucking
off the ground.
Idiot.
Oh,
you're a fucking
This
idiot.
night is about to get a hell of a lot worse, lads. Strap yourselves in. Everybody out there, make sure you keep smashing that like button. If you are new, make sure you keep smashing that subscribe button. And look, feel free to get your super chats in, guys. It is a great way to support the channel. It's a great way to support the cause, guys, you know. And look, every YouTuber out there, if you have a couple of bob, don't worry. I know it is Christmas. I will get everybody's comments up on screen. If you do have a couple of bob, I do urge you, you know, for your favorite content creators, no matter who it is, do get it in there. It's a great help to anybody with their channels. But I mean, that's just absolutely reckless from Sessegnon. I mean, that's just
you're just an idiot. You're just an idiot. You have no brain cells. That's just stupid. That's so fucking dumb, man. What is he doing there? It just makes no sense to put in that tackle, you know? Just makes no sense.
You don't even that's a tackle you don't make even when you haven't been booked.
Right.
When you're on a yellow to make a challenge like that is absolutely ridiculous. There's only one outcome there.
I mean, people are going to defend him. They're going to say, look, he was just eager. But I'm sorry, no. I'm not having that. That's two stupid challenges. Yeah. I'm not having he's eager. I'm not having it. I'm just not.
Look at Taganga.
If he was... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, look at Taganga. They're about the same age. Taganga's composed himself, you know. No, I'm sorry. That's pathetic.
I was going to say it's not even about age. Like, if that had been a player of his age, it was making one of his first starts for Spurs, fair enough. This is a man who's played professional football for 3-4 years. I know it's been a while since he's played, but he was even at Hoffenheim last season. Like, he's not a young, inexperienced player. He should know what he's doing. That is a joke.
Absolutely right, Matty. Absolutely right. This is a joke. I mean, honestly, like, I was going to add to the point where you said, you know, you want to trust these players, David. I've gone beyond from trusting these players. I do not, like, I already told you, I think we had this debate, remember, for the Arsenal, whether we put the first team against them or Zagreb. I wanted to put the first team against Zagreb. You know, I don't trust these guys at all in the knockout competition. Yeah. And it's for right reason. I just hope today that they were going to make it easy for me. I was just hoping today I would enjoy a little bit of football. But, you know, obviously they can't. They can't even do that. Pathetic players, man.
I mean, this will go down as our most embarrassing result. Colchester are better than these. Yep. You know, this will go down as the most embarrassing result. I mean, even I'll be honest with you, even with 10 men, we still should be dominating this game and beating them. I've seen teams do it before against lesser teams where even though they've got a man down, they've still dominated the game. I mean, there's no reason why it shouldn't be the case. I mean, if Mura were any smart, they'd just probably sit in and dig in, you know. But like, we need to be quicker on the ball here. I mean, it's just a lot quicker. Do it with purpose.
There we go. There we go. That's a foul, ref. That's a yellow card, ref. Nice. Let's go.
That's it, Skippy. That's what I'm talking about. A bit of positivity in the middle. Dark Song G says 2 red cards in a row in the Conference League. Yeah. Romero, the last one, and Sessegnon, this one.
Yeah, but Romero's was a bit justified. This one is just pathetic. Oh, fucking.
Good chance. I had that Kozer allowed to be booked in my ACA, so I'm happy. Although I do need Spurs to win as well, which isn't looking great at the moment.
Look, I still think we I still think we should be winning, no problem. But like, I mean, they're not exactly making it easy on us, are they? I mean, you know, just when you sit, you like, I mean, all day I've been relaxed. Good ball across the box. I've been relaxed, you know, sitting back, you know, just enjoying life. It's like, don't worry, we slapped these 6-7-0 tonight because we should be. I mean, I'm not asking for unrealistic demands. I mean, I'm just asking what should be the norm, you know, and it's just kind of like, they just can't do it without giving me a heart attack, high blood pressure, and just wanting to end everything. Like, you know, the watch along, I mean, like in terms of, like, just not wanting to do it because they're absolutely crap. I mean, like, how much more do we have to sit here and watch this shit?
Yeah, every game has to be a grindy victory. There's never an easy win, never a dominant performance. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hard.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know if we're going to win this game, honestly. I could see more. We're going to need to bring in Son. Honestly, I feel like we're going to need to bring in Son.
We need to do something in the midfield because it's just not working in the midfield. I mean, it's being bypassed. It's being bypassed when we're attacking because we're having to go long balls.
Yeah.
And then it's being bypassed when they're attacking because we can't get any tackles in.
And then people, and no offense, I'm going to call Alex out here because it's not just Alex, it's also a lot of our fan base. They have the audacity to mock guys like, Hoiberg, who obviously every time we're in the midfield, we look a lot better with him. And it's not a coincidence. Yeah. Come on, cross the ball there.
Just get it in. I mean, this is the problem as well. we recycle too. He came with the shot. Oh, it's just on the outside of the post.
Good try.
That's better. That is better. That is better. We need to see more of that, though. Ribsy85, he says, there's like 600 Spurs fans away there. Imagine dragging yourself to Slovenia for this circus, Marcelo.
I couldn't imagine. Listen, to all the Spurs fans who, drove to Slovenia, I mean, kudos to you. You did not deserve this. All those players should, honestly, if I was Daniel Levy, for every performance like this, I would put it in a Spurs clause. For every performance like that, you don't get your wages. Because honestly, David, I've already said this 100,000 times. Had I shown up to work like these Spurs players do, I would be fired. Not only would my wages be cut, I would be fired because these guys are just not professional footballers, man. They don't even do the basics. No crossing, no drive, no one-touch passing. Look at Mura. They're doing the basics right now. Triangles. Easy. Yeah. The basics, David.
But their midfielders are also dropping in, looking for the ball.
Yeah, look at that. Midfielders dropping in, looking for the ball, trying to be as a unit. Tottenham, none of that. It's pathetic.
I mean, it does show what a bit of togetherness can really do for a team, doesn't it, to be fair? Yeah. But big up, Ribsy. I feel sorry for the people that have travelled out there. I really do, especially paying for this, such loyal fans. I mean, no matter where they go, these guys are there. And it's just kind of like, I don't know. I just feel sorry for them. It's like, I mean, I genuinely would probably not go for dinner with the missus, to be honest with you, at this rate. Like, I mean, usually I would just say, look, to the girlfriend, go and find something else to do. But, I would nearly just rather go for dinner with the girlfriend than travel over there for these sort of games, Ribsy.
There we go.
Matty Paul Markey says too many of the team out there are not good enough and need to be moved on. And I'm including Tanganga, Skip Roden, Ndombele, Deli Sanchez in that.
I wouldn't include Skip in that. The rest of them, look, with Tanganga and Roden, there's an argument of not being given enough chances, but
I think Roden is our best defender.
Today,
yeah. He made a cracking tackle.
But he's the type of player who'll go out and make his first Premier League start against Chelsea and have an incredible game, and then let the ball bounce over his head in the 90th minute to the point where Olivier Giroud should have scored in that 0-0 draw last season. It's probably a reason they're not playing. Deli, I'm honestly trying to figure out what the point of him being at this club is anymore. Sanchez the same. And Ndombele, I still hope there's something there in him. And I always make the argument that there's been 3 or 4 different managers in his 2 years at the club. It is going to be difficult to actually get some sort of consistency and to really become a player that can nail down that place in the starting 11. But he's not doing good enough to kind of warrant to deserve that benefit of the doubt just yet. But there is way too many players that aren't there, that aren't good enough. And it's going to take a lot more than Antonio Conte in 1 January to fix that problem.
No, that's for sure. And look, maybe a follow-up question, and we'll get both your thoughts on this as well, is, look, after this game, say a worst-case scenario, we do lose, it's embarrassing for the club. We're back in the same situation we were with Jose, with Nuno, and everybody else, where eventually you are going to have your first 11, and then outside of that, your B team. And then you're going to see the exact same things happen, players moaning, they're not putting it in and stuff like that. So if that does end up happening, where do we go? What do we do?
It's a good question. It's a question that I don't think anyone really knows the answer to.
There is only one answer to it, Matty, and spend money. It's time to just spend money. That really is the only answer. Listen, I know, like the club, right? They say, oh, we have to save financial fair play, but a report came out that if we spend 400 million, we wouldn't even break financial play. 400 million. That's how much profit this club has made these people, and they're not putting in the club. Start to just start putting the money in. Start getting guys like Romero. You can
Marcelo, do you
clearly
not see
see
the
like
finances that came out the other day? They have put in zero out of their own pockets into the club. Norwich have put in
exactly.
2 million. Burnley have put in 5 million. Now you look at the top 10 on the list, right? You have City, Chelsea, who have been successful. Now, obviously, that's to the astronomical end of the list. Then you're looking at the likes of Brighton, new stadium, a meteoric rise to the Premier League, and look like they're going to stay in it. Leicester, they've won things, meteoric rise, you know what I mean, and they're consistently challenged for top four. Everton, always in the top half of the table. Aston Villa, look at the meteoric rise that they have had. And it's kind of like, eventually, if the owners don't put their hands into the pocket to the point where, where they should be, we will end up going down to where Burnley and Norwich are, because it shows if the owners will not invest money out of their own pockets, that's where you will be down there with them compared to the likes of teams where the owners do put in and you see the success.
Wow. Look at that. That's great play from Mura. See that first touch passes. Yeah, you're pathetic, man. This team is so pathetic.
Just let him have that shot.
It makes my blood boil.
Oh,
They just never learn from any of their mistakes.
no.
And that's the most concerning part for me. Like, you go out against Mura in that home fixture, you take it easy, take victory for granted, and you end up needing to bring Kane off the bench. Surely at that point you should know you're coming here for a game of football and not for a practice session of attackers against defenders. And from the first minute, they look relaxed. Yeah, grand, we're going to win this game. Now here we are, a man down, having to play Jaffa Tanganga at left back. No disrespect to Tanganga, he's not a left back.
Not his fault.
He's not left-footed. We've Sanchez at left centre back, who's not left-footed. There's not a single left-footed player in that defence. Immediately, it may not seem that big a deal, but we're unbalanced. And more attacking down that right-hand side is going to cause us problems, as they've got their goal from, as they keep peppering us at the moment. And they're not going to learn from those mistakes at all, because they just don't seem to care enough. But some of these players, of course, not all of them, but the ones that are proven problematic time and time again.
Jesus Christ. And Mura came back into the game.
No.
We never even got into this game. Have we even had a shot on target?
No, we haven't gone into it. I mean, Gill had a chance, Kane had a chance, but apart from that, we've done absolutely not. I mean, I'm not being funny, but 2 attempts on goal in 43 minutes against an absolute nobody who no one's ever heard of until this season. You know what I mean? Until we were drawn with them in the group. I mean, it's absolutely embarrassing. Jordan Stevens with Super Chat. We don't even have debt for Europe's top third-tier competition or Europe's third-tier competition. I don't understand how some of these guys are professional footballers, robbing a living. First of all, Jordan Stevens, it's good to see you. I hope you are keeping well. And Marcelo, what would you say to Jordan?
He's absolutely right. They're pathetic, man. Like, honestly, if you're a footballer right now, and like all these 11, and that's including Kane, because I love Kane, but that's also including him, bro, because he's had some chances. I would not, I would walk with my head down, man. Most of these guys, though, are pathetic, like Dele Alli, and Ndombele. Like, come on now, man. No drive in the midfield. This guy, he makes these Instagram videos of himself called El Fente, all that shit, and then he does this. Can't even show up against Mura. These guys are clowns, really. Clowns.
Kuva99 says, my stream just died. There is a God after all. Yeah, 100%, my man. Happy days, lad. Honestly, it's absolutely pathetic. I mean, Conte is going to be so embarrassed about if he gets beaten by these. It really will be embarrassing.
Come on.
God, he's doing the Lord's work there for you, my man. Lightwork says, Jan, baby, get effing Deadwood. It's been too long. No, I agree. Look, when January comes around, Lightwork, it's
Kane, get him off. Get Kane off, man. What is he doing there, man?
That's lazy. I mean, that's
so slow and sloppy.
Yeah, that is bad.
Get him off.
But Lightwork, look, I agree with you. Look, how many are we realistically going to get rid in January? I don't know. But the thing is, we now have to do. We have to act. Even if you can't get rid of them, I don't care. Buy players, get them in, make sure they know they're nowhere near the team to the point where they will actually go out and find a club themselves. Because that's what I want to see. Too many of them sitting here on big wages with absolutely not to show. Absolutely sick of it. But big up light work. Really appreciate the support. Dark Sun G also says, so far my man the match is Skip. I hope he can score today. Yeah, look, Skip's trying in there. He is trying, to be fair. And look, I would love to see Skippy score. I really would. You have no idea. I'd go absolutely nuts, my man. I really would. I think he deserves a goal for some of his performances this season. More play by Tottenham. Karate says these players are a disgrace. No, they absolutely are, my man. No pride. Nothing Lucas and it's more in behind here.
No, nothing.
No, well done. Good defended by Tanganga.
Watch this touch from Dele Alli when Doherty plays the ball up the line.
So horrendous. It's pathetic. He needs to go. Dele Alli, listen, man. At this point, just hand in your resignation. It's probably better for your career, bro. Like, if you want... Oh, my God. Look at that. He just lifts his foot. Doesn't even try, bro. There's no drive. No.
Yeah, there's no way.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but embarrass him. Take him off. Take him off at halftime. I do not care. Get him off. Bring on Lucas Mura or somebody because, I'm sorry. I can accept the player just being crap and they're trying. But what I cannot, accept is just someone that's lazy, someone that just puts the head down, someone that constantly asks for chances and doesn't take them, and someone that identifies himself as a gamer and not a footballer when asked what he does for a living. I'm fed up with it. A guy that, before the game today, I bet he was in the mirror for an hour putting a new colour in his hair and everything else, instead of thinking about the game.
Someone have a cross on the ball. Someone have a touch. It's the last minute of the fucking half, and you don't put the ball in the box.
No, that is poor. They should be putting the ball in the box. There you have it. Half-time, it's 1-0 NS Mura and Tottenham 0. It's absolutely shocking. We've been so poor this half. We've had 2 chances. We've had Gill with 1 chance who should have at least hit the target. Harry Kane put one just wide of the post. Again, probably should have hit the target. From 1 to 11, we've been absolutely dismal. Sanchez, absolutely shocking for the goal. We can say he lost his foot and all he wants. At the end of the day, he was 10 yards away from your man and showing him inside to have that shot. Doherty walking off like he's after being in a battle without actually performing. His face is already pissing me off. I'm absolutely fed up with it. It's not good enough. No more excuses for some of these guys. Kuva99 says, I feel I need to point out that Roden turned his back on a shot. That's not the sign of a defender I want in my team. No, I agree with you as well. I don't like this crap. You see it more and more nowadays where people are running out. The more you turn away from the ball, the harder it actually hurts, If you just square it up in front of it, it doesn't actually hurt that much. I'll be honest with you. I was one that used to throw my body in front of the way. It doesn't actually hurt. Well, you get used to it. And as a professional footballer, I agree, Kuva. It's not a defender I want. No turning your back on shots. Absolutely shocking. Over 200 in the house right now. Everyone, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you do smash that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. Big push for 5K is on. And guys, get your super chats in. It is a great way to support the channel. Great talking points, and it's a great way to get your questions in for the panel as well. Do not worry. I will try my best to get everybody's comments up on screen. William Kelly says, just woke up. Am I dreaming? Please tell me I'm dreaming. No, honestly, William Kelly, it's been absolute. Marcelo, tell William Kelly how awful it's been.
It's been, honestly, if like David, if like our stream crashed right now, I would have been thinking it. I honestly, this is what I've been talking about, David. I don't like watching the Spurs team play. I have no motivation to watch the Spurs team play. The only reason I watch the Spurs team play is because I am a Tottenham Hotspur fan. I love the club. I've been a fan since middle school. I've been, I follow the club through thick and thin, but I do not enjoy watching this team. I hate it. It's not that, we're just shit. We've been shit in the past. We've been poor in the past, but the lack of football, the lack of ability, the lack of motivation, the lack of drive that this team has is absolutely pathetic, that I honestly feel embarrassed every time I say I am a Spurs fan. It honestly makes me embarrassed watching this team play. It's embarrassing.
No, that definitely is. I could not agree more. It's super embarrassing. But big up William Kelly. Really appreciate the support, my man. Joseph Conte is going to walk after the game. Shambles. Look, Joseph, I'll be honest with you. I hope it doesn't actually get to that extreme element. I don't see him walking after the game, to be fair. But, you are in danger of start pissing the man off. You don't want to piss off, But big up, Joseph, my man. I really appreciate the support, brother. I really appreciate the support. But, Matty, Look, what's your thoughts on the first half, my man?
What's the point? Like, what's the point in even getting through? What's the point in even getting out of the group stage here? Like, realistically,
Yeah.
we're not going to win this competition if we're playing like this. If we come up against a Roma or a Bodo Glimt or a team dropping out of the Europa League and we play half as bad as this, we're going to be embarrassed. And it's going to be another Dynamo Zagreb. It's going to be another back when Ghent knocked us out of the Europa League in 2016. It's just a waste of time. And if Conte can't get these players that he's chosen tonight, a lot of the first team players to play properly, who's going to do it for us? And we lose tonight. Best case scenario, finish second in the group if we beat Rennes at home. If we finish second, there's a playoff before we even get into the knockout stage. That's just an extra game, potentially 2 games. I'm not sure if it's 2-legged or not, but it's at least an extra 1 game that we really, really don't need in what is an extremely congested season where we're hoping we're going to have League Cup and FA Cup games throughout the year. We really don't need that extra game. But even if we come out in the second half and we go out and we play half decent and we win the game, that'll be 2 games in a row where we've had an embarrassing first half and then Conte's managed to G the players up at half time and we go out and we win the second half. That's not a sustainable way to have a season. If we're intending on winning every game because of Conte's halftime team talk, eventually they're going to lose their effect. They're going to lose their influence. But also, we're going to come up against a team like an Arsenal back in September where they're 3 up by halftime. Yeah. Or if we play Man City and Liverpool and United if they get Rangnick, we're going to be embarrassed. And we're not going to get anywhere near the top 4. We're not going to get anywhere near the top 6. These players just don't seem to care. And maybe there's a bigger job in Conte's hands than he realised when he came in.
No, do you know what? I couldn't agree more. Dark Song G says Kane out, Son in, Dele out, Lucas in, Oscar out, Reggie in. Yep. No, look, I'll be honest with you. I think you need to keep Kane on. I think you need to bring on Son, put him up front with him. I think you need to tell off Dele Alli. I think he's been absolutely useless. I would be bringing in Lucas Mura. Doherty as well. I'm not going to lie, the guy absolutely pisses me off. I think you might see Reggie come on to go over to the left-hand side anyway, and maybe either Tanganga or Roden or Doherty maybe hauled off at half-time. It'd be interesting to see what Conte does. But before I ask the boys what they think Conte should do and what he should be saying to these at half-time, to get them going, Kuva99 says, damn right you'd put your body on the line, David. You and I are old school. We'd take more than a manscaped to the Nadgers if we had to. No, 100%. I couldn't agree more, Kuva. Look, at the end of the day, we can keep making all these excuses from footballers, but there's things they just don't like to do anymore. Like, taking a ball in the stomach or in the chest or in the nonads, you know what I mean? Face up, front up. You're defending everyone. Everyone should be defending 3 points with their lives. None of this turning back crap. But look, Kuva, again, it starts from the very start of the game. You're looking at them. It's first 10, 12 minutes. I thought I was watching Wimbledon final with the tennis, just a ball and that bouncing around, going back and forth. I mean, straight away, when you're going to these places, you get your foot on the ball, you pass the ball around with purpose, with a bit of pace and sit behind it. But we're watching that. I mean, it's just been a regular occurrence for the last 2-3 years. You're watching people take 2, 3, 4 touches on the ball at walking pace. Now, if they were already on their toes, like people are told to do when they receive the ball, it's 1 touch out your feet and you move it on. But because they're standing there not ready to receive it and it's at walking pace, that's where they're taking the 3, 4 touches just to get it out of their feet and get the pass off. They're not ready. And then it's just been progressively worse from there on. I'm absolutely fed up, Kuva. It's just an absolute disgrace. Sorry, go on.
They've just showed the highlights there of the Mura goal. And yes, Sanchez slips. They just paused it when Horvath starts to take the ball back inside on his left foot. Sanchez takes 4 steps before he actually starts to turn around.
Walking.
Before he's realised the ball and the player is going the other way, he takes 4 little quick steps and then manages to turn and then he slips. If you're excusing his defending from that because he slipped, I don't know what game you're watching because he was beaten before he ever lost his balance.
Yeah. No, I could not agree more. Moondog says, I knew Delhi would be crap again. No more chances. No, look, honestly, go and do an advertisement for Crayola. Go and do some Instagram lives. Go into Love Island in the summer or go and do gaming. But just leave Tottenham Hotspur. It's just not working out. Let's be honest with ourselves. Look, I love Dele Alli. I done a show the other day or last week of the fall of Dele Alli. I mean, looking back over some of the goals and some of the memories, absolutely terrific. But look, it's not working out for him. It's not good for him and it's not good for Tottenham. You've got to cut the umbilical cord and just let him go. It's not working anymore. He doesn't care. He's not trying. Big up Moondog, though, my man. I really appreciate support. Jordan Stevens says, more I think about that red card, the more I get pissed. No, I agree. Look, this is a guy that was rolled out in the press conference yesterday. I want my chance. I'm going to take it. I've been unlucky, this, that, and the other. And then that's just stupidity. I mean, as soon as I brought this up, Jordan, they're just showing me the challenge. I mean, what does he expect? He's off the ground. He's lunging and he studs up. I mean, it was always going to be a card. I mean, it's just absolutely shocking, my man. And the thing is, like, I'm sorry, but we have to demand players in January. I don't want to hear it's a poor market. Look, you pay the money, you will get the players in. You've got to rotate this squad. But look, Matty, there's no point in sitting here. Well, there is. Like, we could sit here and complain, until the cows come home. But Matty, what can Conte to be doing at halftime to maybe fix this and get us on the front foot?
To be honest, I should need to take a look at the bench, because the players that are out in that pitch aren't going to fix this problem.
So you have the first team on the bench. You have Son, you have Lucas, you have Højbjerg. You have basically all the first team players from the weekend on the bench. Okay,
well, first thing we need to do is bring on Reguilon or even Davis, just a left back, a left-sided player to play out there instead of Tanganga, because, again, no disrespect to him, no criticism of his ability. He's not a left-sided player, and a forward is as good as he's shown in the opening 10 minutes there. We need to get someone better out there and bring on Son as well. It's disgusting that we need these players against a team like Mura, who just realistically aren't good enough to beat us, or shouldn't be good enough to beat us. We need Reguilon, we need Son, we need a bit more intensity. We need to somehow motivate those players that don't seem to be able to be motivated. Conte's got a big job in his hands, but then again, if any manager was going to do it, it would be him. We're not going to get any sort of complacency or anything from Mura. I know they're a goal up and a man up, but they're still going to fight for every ball like it's like their lives depend on it, because this is possibly the biggest day of their careers if they can go out and get the 3 points against Tottenham here. And that's another stumbling block we have to come up against. But we need to make changes. For starters, bring Reguilon on and bring Son on as well.
Listen, I couldn't agree more. Sorry, go Marcelo.
I was going to say, listen, at the beginning of the stream, we say it's a walk in the park and everything. But we say that as fans, because we expect these players to be professionals and come in and expect that, this is going to be a football match, like Manny said. And, the arrogance, first off, from these players, I can't stand it, man, because they think they're just going to go walk and just beat these teams when they're not. And, they're going to have to play real game of football, man. Because, listen, whatever level it is, man, football, you have to always take your opponent seriously. You always have to go be cutthroat, go for the kill immediately. That's what Pep Guardiola does, regardless who he plays. Remember when he spanked that team 9-0, gave them no remorse. You played to your maximum. These players, man, they're pathetic. I can't say anything more.
No, and you know what? I couldn't agree more. But look, do you know what concerns me more, lads? It really concerns me is that, we have to remember he spent 2 weeks with Ndombele, 2 weeks with Dele Alli. What are we seeing on the pitch for 2 weeks work with one of the greatest managers in the game? It's absolutely shocking. It's just not good enough. Like, he's had time. The thing is, so a lot of these players out there have actually had time with Conte. So they know what he demands. They know what he wants. Go out there and prove the manager why he should be picking you. It's just not good enough. It's absolutely painful. I'm absolutely fed up with it. I've had it up to here now. Look, people that think Conte is going to be able to turn around these players, I think they're proving to us that it's just not going to happen. Ribsy85 says they play like they're pouting about being picked for second team duties. How are you going to get Prem if you can't defend a farmer? You were embarrassing us out there. Lucky to wear the shirt at all. Have some pride. And you know what? I couldn't agree more with Ribsy here, to be fair. The thing is, look, and probably is a big part of it, that they're sulking. They don't want to be out there on a cold winter's evening on Thursday night. But at the end of the day, Coover's right, or Ribsy's right. How do you expect to get in the Premier League team? See, the problem is these players, they moan until they get picked. They want, like you heard, Winks, I want to run a games. And it's like, it's the complete wrong way at Tottenham. Every other club in, across the world, they operate that it's up to you to try your very best every single day to get into the first team. But at Tottenham, it's different. They need a run of games. It's not their fault until they get the run of games. We've already heard in this Europa League conference, the crowd being blamed, the pitch being blamed, the referee being blamed, the managers being blamed, style of play being blamed. When are they actually going to look at themselves, Ribsy? Why don't they do it
Absolutely.
themselves?
And also, that's a real sort of arrogance. These players coming in and looking down in this competition. Like, bro, you're in this competition for a reason. Because you're not good enough. You're not, simply, you are not. Imagine if, fans keep saying, oh, we deserve to be in the Champions League, or these players saying, oh, we deserve to be in the Champions League. My goodness, imagine us playing Atalanta. Forget Bayern Munich.
Deserve to be in my bingo league.
No, but forget Bayern Munich. Forget those teams, because those teams would spank us 8-0. Imagine us playing Ajax, Atalanta, PSV, any of those teams.
Oh, that'd just be embarrassing.
We'd be embarrassed. These players are a joke looking down this competition. You're in this competition because simply you are not good enough.
Yeah.
And you need to step up.
Big up, Ribsy. Really appreciate the support. Really appreciate the big one, my man. Absolute top man. Moondog, I can easily punch Delhi through the TV screen. Honestly, if I had my way, I'd drag him out of there by his locks. I'm not messing, I would. And I'd swing him around. I'd swing him around like the party animal he thinks he is. Pisses me off, Moondog. Dark Sun G says, Skip, Reggie, Son, Pierre, Hoiberg, Romero, Royale, Tanganga are the only ones we should 100% keep. Stevie, Roden, Lo Celso, Lucas, Kane, Session, maybe. Deli Davies, Oscar, Tanguy, and Wanks. Sanchez needs to leave 100%. Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more with that list, Dark Sun G. Look, we know. Look, Deli has to go. Tanguy has to go. Winks has to go. Sanchez has to go. Doherty has to go. Davies, look, I did say I didn't think Conte would sell him. I did think he would have a use for him. And in fairness, he's been okay. But I could not agree more, Dark Sun G. You're absolutely spot on. Really appreciate the support, brother. Really do appreciate the support. They are out on the pitch for the second half. Let's see if anything happens. Let's see if there's any changes. I didn't catch any myself. Boys, if you catch any changes being made, do let me know. Dark Sun G, my man, I really appreciate the support. Marcelo William Kelly says, why do people think that Session was going to produce something? What has this kid done at the club? Absolutely nothing to say. Time to say goodbye. No changes.
No changes, but Dele Alli, man. 30 seconds into the half. You'd see it in a second. Has a chance to dispossess the centre-back on the edge of the box, and it's barely even a half challenge. Just watch it. It's at 45-30. It's actually embarrassing to just watch.
Look, do you know what, William Kelly? The thing is, we actually need Session to be providing backup for
That's pathetic.
Oh my God! I mean, he doesn't even try.
He doesn't. He dangles a foot in there. He's a chance to dispossess him, edge of the box. We're in on goal for an equaliser.
He doesn't want to get hurt. Oh my God! He doesn't want to get hurt. That's why he done that.
I've defended Dele Alli. David, you can say how I'm telling the truth here. I've defended him as much as is humanly possible. That is, I'd release him.
But you know what, mate? Look, like the thing is, I can understand these players, defensive players. I mean, everyone has their favourites, don't they? Everyone has nostalgic moments. But like the thing is with you, Matty, you're a realist. You will hang in there, but then you will call a spade, and it's what you need in this fan base. Good, open honesty, because there's still people that are going to defend this performance. It's like, I mean, how much more times does he have to shit on you before you say, look, it's just call a spade? But William Kelly, my man, look, with Session, look, I'll be honest with you. I know he's got sent off, and I know he's pissed me off, and he's been calling for his chances. But until you buy someone else to, compete with Reguilon, I think he's going to stay. I really do, William Kelly. But big yourself up, my man. Joseph says, Conte won't walk yet, but best believe he will be judging the ambition of the club from January. 3/4 of these senior first-team squad are not good enough. Stella, what would you say to Joseph?
Absolutely. Like I said, the only solution in fixing this is put money. Just spend the money. Spend money, get new players. Bro, people are saying, we get 4 players, we can win the Premier League. Bro, we need about 8 players to even win the fucking FA Cup, man. We're so far from a trophy. We are so, Antonio
We're so far
Conte,
from 3 points.
Yeah. Antonio Conte has come in, and these players still look like they couldn't give a crap. That's embarrassing. Bro, if I was a footballer and I had someone like Antonio Conte, even whether I was a good footballer or not, bro, do you think I would be walking around the pitch? I would be doing everything I can to get in this guy's team if I had an ambition, which I would. If you have an ambition to become a real footballer, win trophies, what excuse do you have? You have the best manager in the world.
I mean, and that's the thing, Marcelo. I mean, if Conte can't motivate half of these guys, I mean, who can? I'll be honest with you. Don't get me wrong. The performance against Leeds, it wasn't the worst, but I mean, I wasn't exactly happy with it. We got the points though, but I mean, the guy's infection. I mean, he had me absolutely buzzing after the game. He had me on top of the world by his reactions and everything else. And I mean, if you can't get out there and perform against Conte, then I'm sorry, it's put by my man. But big up, Joseph. Really appreciate the support. Dark Sun G says, get Kim Min Jae, Isco, Brazovic, Kessie, Vlahovic, De Vrij, Lee Kang, and Henderson, the Man United goalkeeper, Sam Johnston, Neves, Jong Wo Young,
Oh my God,
and Hatterbar. Yeah, look, I wish we had the money, Dark Sun G, to be honest with you. Look, that's definitely an extensive shopping list. I'd say Santa doesn't like you, my man. You know, asking for all them gifts. But
people were saying, I heard we were linked to Jesse Lingard. And like on a loan move. And people were saying, oh, don't get Jesse Lingard or Bale on a loan move. Are you kidding me? I would take them over the shit that we have up front right now.
Yeah.
I would take them on a loan, of course. Bale, I would buy immediately. I was saying we should have bought Bale. 16 goals. And people were saying, oh, he wasn't good enough. Didn't turn up to the big games. Are you kidding? 16 goals. That was more than Mura, Lamella, Ndombele, and almost all of our Lo Celso combined.
This narrative that Gareth Bale was a flop last year is one of the most pathetic I've ever heard coming out of a Tottenham fan base. I mean,
Absolutely.
he played the equivalent of 11 Premier League games and he scored 16. Well, that's 16 in the Prem. He scored 9 in the Prem. Scored 16 in all competitions. Best goals per minute ratio in the Premier League. The only reason he didn't play is because Jose Mourinho was egotistical and couldn't play a player that Daniel Levy had bought against his wishes, just because he would have been proved wrong when Gareth Bale inevitably started scoring goals like the world-class player that he is. He was incredible every time. He's the reason we're in this competition. I know that may seem like a bad thing now, but if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have beaten Leicester last day of the season. We'd have finished 8th behind Arsenal, and we'd be watching Emmerdale right now.
Yeah, and what I say is, look, I don't care who you score goals against. All that matters is you score goals. Because if you look at right now, we can't even score against Mura. Right? If we had
a pass.
Yeah, like if we had Bale, we probably would have scored. Like people like to mock, who you score against, who you score. I don't care who you score against. Just consistently score goals. That's all I ask from you. Obviously we need a big game player, but listen, we need goal scorers, and we don't have any right now.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Dark Zone G, though, add Bale to the list is what Matty and Marcelo are saying. Look, I definitely would love to go and get Brozovic, Kessie, Vlahovic, De Vrij. I'd definitely take all them, and maybe Kim Min Jae right now. Isco, I'll be honest with you, I think that's just damaged goods. I wouldn't touch him with a barge pole. Lee Kang.
I would take Isco.
Huh?
I would take Isco. I would take him.
Nah.
Listen, he's better than what we have. He's better than. Listen, anything that's better than what we have right now.
No, but you're just bringing in a washed-up player to replace a washed-up player. I mean, it's not what we should be doing. But look, big up, Dark Sun G. I love that list, my man. I love the list. You're definitely a flat cap Eurotalk fan. Anyway, Kuva99 says this second half isn't just a test of whether this lot can play. It's a test of whether or not they're even men. Sanchez is as much as a trifle, as much use as a trifle. I like trifle, lad, to be honest with you. So don't be knocking trifle, Kuva. It's especially nice on Christmas Day. But look, when it comes to the players in this second half, I mean, already they're not really proven.
That's the foul, ref.
No, that's a penalty. That's a
penalty.
that's a free kick. It's on the outside of the box, but I mean, Jesus Christ, that's what we're talking about, pushing each other. There we go. Dele Alli trying to get people revved up.
But where's the fight in the first half? What was the fight in the first half?
Are we about to make 4 subs?
It looks like it.
Good.
And that's
Dave
probably
Steyer,
what Dele Alli's
Son
picking
Lucas.
up, because he's probably one of them coming off.
He better be.
But big up, Kuva. I couldn't agree. Could not agree more. Look, this is a test to see if they're proper professionals, see if they're men or little boys in a men's world. See if they basically have the cojones, my man. But big up, Kuva. I really appreciate the support, brother. And Sanchez, honestly, I don't want to hear any more defense of this guy.
No,
he's done, he's wasted, and he's washed up. He's not good enough. I mean, he's 10 yards off. I don't want to hear people making this slip as the excuse. I mean, he's already 10 yards off him and showing him inside. Dele Alli picking up a card thinking he's the great lad. But 1-0 down, you knob. Shane O'Neill with the super chat. He says, main problem, fans, get him out. 1 half decent game in 10. He's starting to show some form, he'll push on now. Rinse
That's
and
a
repeat.
foul, ref.
Could not agree more, Shane O'Neill. I could not agree more. It is rinse and repeat, my man. I mean, like, the thing is,
That's a foul.
People have got on to me over the course of the year, the journey that's been over the year, giving out to me, saying I'm too harsh with some of these players and this, that, and the other. But I've already seen 3 managers or whatever in charge, and I keep seeing the same thing, Shane. I keep seeing the same thing, and the reason why I do it is, and the reason why I constantly call these players out is because, they're just not setting the standards at Tottenham Hotspur that need to be set. They're not meeting them. They're nowhere near it, and they deserve it. You have Doherty coming off here crying, head down, looking pissed off. Just performing, you wouldn't be hauled off. You can go around crying and be, down all you want, walking. Just perform, man. But Shane O'Neill, you're dead right. It is rinse and repeat, and I'm fed up with it now. But that's where we need to be stronger. And it's just like, look, no matter what you say, just cut the crap. One game, it's not good enough. That's what we need to start doing. William Kelly says, we will not spend money in January. You just watch. Levy time is coming. No, look, we probably won't. Look, if he doesn't spend money in January, I believe we'd be looking for a new manager come the end of January as well, to be honest with you, William Kelly. Conte will walk. If that window closes and he hasn't got any players he needs, he's going to walk. He will walk, William. So
there's no question about it.
Yeah. Do you think so, Matty?
Oh, he's just left Inter Milan after winning the Serie A, their first in over a decade for financial reasons. Yeah. 100% he'll walk.
He wanted to keep Hakimi or replace him with I think it was Emerson. Actually, Emerson Royale. And Inter wouldn't do it. He wanted
to keep Lukaku as well, which is fair.
And they didn't want to keep him, so he just said, you know what? Screw this. I won you in Serie A, and you're not going to treat me with respect. I'm going to walk.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. You know what? If they don't spend, I hope he walks. I hope he does, because he doesn't deserve this shit. He came here to help us. He came here with good intention. And he knows that if he doesn't walk, the board will just play him up as a villain again, as they've done with every manager. So you know what? I hope he does. I hope he does walk. Show the embarrassment that these owners are.
Yeah.
And
I could not agree more.
Laziest.
Look, I'd even be nervous that he would walk tonight. It's just like, look, this job's too big for me. You know what I mean? I don't see it happening, but I'm not going to lie. I'll be definitely sleeping with one eye open, that's for sure. They're showing the Spurs fans in the stands, and they look like they're ready to just go on the pitch and pull the players apart, to be honest with you. Ribsy85 says, imagine if we still had the Mela to inject into this mess. He'd be awesome in this. No, look, in these games, I always said this about the Mela last year. Yeah. Although creativity, and his final ball was absolutely heart-wrenching, it was heartbreaking. He always done the wrong thing. But one thing you can't fight him for is, he'd run around, he'd get stuck in, and he would try and drag you from one end of the field up to the other. Okay, with the ball to Sonny.
That's a poor pass from Skippy.
Sonny to Skip. Yeah, that's a shocker of a pass.
Dreadful pass.
What are you thinking there, Skippy?
Well, big up, Ribsy. Big up,
Sometimes
Ribsy.
Sometimes I feel like these players just think other players are holograms that, no matter who they pass to, just go right past them. Come on now, man. Show a bit of creativity. A bit of class. It's your job. Pathetic.
There's nothing about this at all that is making me look forward to the game against Burnley on Sunday. Because I feel like the game against Burnley is just going to be the exact same as the game against this lot. It's going to backs against the wall. They're half decent on the counter attack, and a win would actually mean something to them. It's just rinse and repeat. Honestly.
Oh.
Honestly, Matty, I was having this debate with Will, and Will was telling me that, we should be undefeated by the time we face Liverpool or like Leicester or Brighton or whatever. And I'm like, you're mad if you think this team can go on a win streak. You're just crazy.
What this team should do.
What is Kane doing?
Are two very different things. He was a mile offside, but yeah, what this team should do and what this team will do are two extremely, extremely different things.
Right.
And to be honest, I don't buy that there's not enough quality in this team to win games. The quality, there's no question about it. I'm never going to question Ndombele's quality. I'm not going to question Lo Celso's quality. I'm not going to question, even at times, perhaps Dele Alli's. It's nothing about quality. It's just the effort. It's whether they care or not. It's this team on paper should be getting top 4 in the Premier League. I firmly believe that, but not one of them cares. And
absolutely.
That's worse than not having the players.
I agree with that. But Matty and Marcelo, like I know Matty, you're saying you're not questioning their quality and stuff like that. I can understand that, but are they at the quality, at the level of what we need in terms of like if you're not consistent, if you're not trying and you do lack the desire, ultimately your quality does end up falling because of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And David, we talked about this many times, about Nobeli specifically and Dele Alli. They have quality. They've shown us they have quality. It's just that they don't want to be here. And it's like Matty said it, when you don't want to be here, it's almost as worse because guess what? I've seen many players in the past who don't have quality like Lamela, but they have that heart and desire, and they could come in and change a game just through that desire.
Yeah.
Skip has been an embarrassment this half, by the way.
Yeah, he has been fairly poor, to be fair.
Good first half. Embarrassment. I feel like it's a harsh word, Matty.
No. He can't even take a touch of the ball. He can't pass it 5 yards. He was decent the first half, but second half he's not got going at all. Everybody,
make sure you keep smashing that like button. Make sure you keep smashing that subscribe button. 2 subscribers off reaching 4,900.
Oh my goodness!
So let's get there.
Oh my goodness!
Super chats in.
Skippy, what are you doing? That is embarrassing.
That's why I said it.
Yeah, that is embarrassing.
That's why I said
that is embarrassing. I was about to say, Matty, you're a little bit harsh. You had a couple of wrong passes, man. But no, yeah, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, no, that was That was quite poor. That was really bad.
Yeah. I should learn more. Never to underestimate Matty Hayes. Never. Just always assume that he's right.
Yeah, no, that's a dangerous game. Mura are ranked 341st in Europe.
Yeah.
They as a club are 9 years old. 9 years.
Yeah, they're shocking.
And they're about to beat us. There's nothing here in the first 15 minutes of the second half makes me think we're going to get in the score sheet.
Come on, that's not a foul. That's not a... Oh, what?
Even if we draw this, like, does this not go down as one of the most embarrassing performances and results of all time?
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, it does.
Yeah,
it does.
But who else is perfect but this team? Who else is perfect but this Tottenham team?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see Adam McFarlane asking, is there any news on Romero? Conte just said he needs to wait for a scan. But Conte said it is a serious injury. He will probably be out till earliest the new year.
Do you reckon that just makes season, Matt? Do you reckon it could be season?
Oh, with a hamstring injury, I'd be surprised. I think they would have seen in the first scan if it was a tear. So I assume it's just a really bad pull. I had 8 weeks, maybe 8-10 weeks maximum, but that's when he's our only competent centre half. That is a bit of an issue.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been watching Skip, and I don't think he's ready, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've been watching him recently. He had a great game against City, but other than that, I don't think he's ready for the big times. Just isn't. We need some players, man.
But I mean, why are we always seeing him on the ball? Where's Endom fat ass?
I know. Listen, I'm not saying sell him. I'm saying maybe go for another loan. He's still young and he shows the heart and desire.
Comes in because ideally, and what we all wanted, and we all called for it last season, was Skip to replace Hotspur to give him a rest. But we're having to play him week in, week out along in that midfield.
Yeah, that's true.
And the thing is, right, under Pochettino, we had Dembele who could attack. We had Wanyama who just kicked everything inside, okay? Now, the whole thing is we're supposed to have that now. Now, we've brought in Ndombele, we have Dele Alli, we have Lo Celso. All players that could play in beside a Højbjerg and do a job, but just can't. Every time we play them, they don't. And that's why you keep seeing Skip and Højbjerg rolled out. And I actually feel sorry for Skip because he should have been allowed time to kind of adjust, be thrown in, taken out, needs be. But it hasn't been allowed to happen because we have 150 million worth of talent who honestly just wear a balaclava around the training ground because they are robbing wages. Absolutely robbing wages. Matty, cheer me up. Look, let's do something even more entertaining. Give me some transfer news or something if you have any, because, I mean, this game is just shocking. It's shit. We're not even making any attempts to come back into this game.
God, I wish I could give you good news, but it doesn't look like Conte's even spoken about players to bring in.
Where do we stand on Vlahovic?
I don't think it's going to happen. I'll be really surprised. I mean, if they're asking for 70-80 million for a player who's 18 months left on his contract, it's not going to happen this January if that's the situation they're in.
Right.
Yeah, no. The only one I can actually see. Yeah, he's the only one that I can actually see happening. But I'd be surprised if it was January. If there is anything struck in January, it'll probably be a pre-contract for the summer.
But does that
I
not
think we'll be
mean we
waiting.
can negotiate with Milan and maybe get him at a cheaper fee? Because surely they will want something for the player rather than let him go for free.
Oh, I mean that could be what they're at. They might want to let him go, but then at the same side, they're fighting for a title, and if he's one of their better players, I think it'd be worth 5-10 million to them to keep him.
That's a
to
very
try
good
and get
point.
that
To be
title
fair,
over the line. But
that is actually a
Come
very
on,
good
Kane.
point for the
Yeah.
Come on, Kane.
Something I never actually considered, to be honest with you, I was thinking, no bother, might be able to still get in January, but going for the title, that is something to take up. Oh, Jesus Christ, I just want to see the ball hit the back of the net. I mean, I should be sitting here seeing 4 goals right now. I mean, I'm seeing 1 for them. It's a joke. Cougar99 says, even game if their players were 9 years old too. No, 100%. Look, I mean, even the second half fight back, it's just not good enough. I mean, I've seen this time and time again. We go out there, we try, we get in their
Where's
face,
Nobele?
fight, but I mean, did he come off?
No, I still think he's playing.
Actually, I don't know who came off, to be honest.
No, he's there. There he is.
I mean, he's just been completely anonymous. He has actually been anonymous.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Look at him jogging. Sprint over to it and help out the back three. You lazy shitbag. Jesus Christ. I mean, he's jogging. About time. And I'm glad he got that in the nuts. It might wake him up a little bit. I'm actually happy. I never thought I'd say that, but I'm actually happy he got that in the nuts. Because he might wake up.
He's huffing and puffing, man. He's breathing heavy already.
I mean, it's a disgrace. I mean,
he hasn't even worked hard.
Apart from that one ball in the first half over the top for Gill, I mean, what has he done? And I look, but no, I agree. Skip has been poor in this second half.
He just said not to pass to me because his ball. Get up! We're 1-0 down. Fucking fight, you pussy.
You're right, Marcelo.
No, I agree. It is frustrating. I mean, he doesn't want the ball. But, look, the thing is, I know we've been sitting here and Skip has been poor in this half. But at least he's trying. I mean, he's the only one in midfield. Ndombele is just, he doesn't want to play. I mean, it's the exact same with what we've seen against United. He came on against United and he instructed everybody to pass the ball away from him. And when the ball was on his side, I seen him pull off the greatest magic trick in the world. All of a sudden, he ended over the other side. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. I mean, today he's been he should be absolutely destroying this team. He should be on the ball looking like a Pirlo, pinging it left, pinging it right, beating players. I mean, he's just anonymous. Look at him. He doesn't even want it. He's not even asking for it. Look. Oh, my God.
He's like asking to pass it forward.
I'm not quite sure what Lucas has been brought on to do here. Because he's sitting in between the lines, in between the more defensive midfield. But he's not making an angle for a pass. Wherever we have possession, there's someone standing in front of him cutting off that pass, and his movement isn't really doing much. I mean, if you're not finding passes or finding space in the middle, pull out a little bit wider, try to get your foot in the ball then. Because we all know he can be decent on the ball when he's on his game. But he's not given any option whatsoever to the midfielders in possession.
Why are you doing a long ball, Dyer?
And you know what? I feel sorry for Kane and Son as well because, people are going to say they haven't played well. But, I mean, what can you do if you're not getting the ball?
I don't feel sorry for Kane.
And all you're doing is dealing with long balls as well.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to feel sorry for Kane. He had many opportunities. His first touch has been horrific, David. Let's be real here. In the beginning of the game, there's a lot of instances where he was just sloppy with the ball. Been slow whenever he's gotten the ball. Sonny, you see when he came in, he got the ball. He had energy. It's just the balls that have been given to him are just, really just shit.
Yeah, but you could argue the same with Harry Kane too, though. That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is,
the thing is, you can't say it's shit for one player and not shit for the other.
No, because I can because I can because guess what? I'm saying the first touch from Sonny has been good. The drive when Sonny's gotten the ball, he's had to, he's trying to make drive. But what do you expect him to do? Dribble past 3-4 players. The thing is with Kane is he gets the ball and he just loses immediately. Just cheaply loses it. You can't sit here and tell me his first touch has been any good.
Look, all I'm saying is I just disagree. I don't think you can say, it's bad balls for one and not bad balls for the other. And then saying the same.
No, it's been bad balls for both.
But the thing is, we're also saying, well, so you can't expect Son to beat 3 players, but you can't expect Kane to do it either.
No. It's been bad balls for both. But what I am saying is, Kane has also been missing some simple passes, some simple first touches. He just hasn't even been trying to drive the ball. slowing the game down. He's been doing other things while Sonny has been looking to, speed up the play, but there's no one for him to, to work with. Oh, what are you doing?
There's one reason and one reason only that Harry Kane is still in this Spurs squad and that Harry Kane hasn't been dropped. And it's because he has the ability at any moment, at any time, to just put it in the top bins from 30 yards out. Yeah. Or to pick the ball up, make it a little bit of a run and put the ball in the back of the net. If we're talking about consistency, quality of performance, effort, dedication, desire, anything other than what he could possibly do, this man shouldn't even be on our bench. He's been a joke this season. And it's no coincidence that it's come after the summer he tried to force a move through to Manchester City. He's top assister in the league last season, 14, 15, was picking out passes as if he was prime Andrea Pirlo. And now we can't even make it past 2 yards. He's the last player I thought we'd see it from, but he has not earned him any place in the squad this
passing
season.
From a Ndombele. And a shit pass from Sanchez. Can we string just 3 passes? You're a joke, man. You're a joke. Pathetic footballer.
I mean, this is just getting harder and harder and harder.
Fucking disgrace.
I might put on the West Ham game.
Huh?
Said I might put on the West Ham game.
Honestly, I do not blame you. I mean, this is embarrassing. I mean, we're talking 68 minutes in against NS Mura.
Honestly, David, the only satisfaction I get from Tottenham these days is just watching us win. It's not even watching, it's not even actually watching us win. It's just getting the sense of victory. That's the only satisfaction I get from Spurs. Because honestly, even when we do win, it's honestly horrific. Like that Leeds game gave me nearly 8 heart attacks. It's like just another long ball, man.
Do you know what it is? It's called the beautiful game. Another long, Jesus Christ, another long ball. How are you expecting anybody to do anything with that? That's just suicide. I mean, all he can do is flick it on. I mean, I'm not watching footballs back in the early 2000s. It's 2021. Jesus Christ.
Pathetic, bro. This team is pathetic, bro.
I mean, that's just a nonsense ball. I mean, even if you're going to do that, ping it in towards his chest and give him a chance to get it under control. Jesus Christ. Couva 99, we've learned nothing from this. Conte has, though. Yeah, look, Conte has in terms of the players that we've already spoke about, I presume, Couva, It's just, it's just been absolutely pathetic. I mean, I'm actually shell-shocked, I'll be honest with you. I'm actually shell-shocked. I mean, I knew we were bad. I mean, you could see it. We're a team that lacked confidence. We're a team that lacked creativity. We're a team that, we put our heads down as soon as the chips get down and stuff like that. But, I mean, I didn't think we were this bad.
I said it in the Cheese Room podcast Monday night. I had no confidence in us winning this game. Genuinely, I couldn't sit there and honestly say, yeah, we're going to come out of that with 3 points.
Yeah.
It's just Spurs, man.
I mean, but just the enjoyment's gone. The soul is sucked out of it. It's just like you don't really look forward to watching the matches. In fact, sometimes you feel like,
it's like
should
a job.
be paying Tottenham to watch some of these matches.
Yeah, it's like a job, David.
Yeah.
Honestly. No, I told you, man, before when
Get the fucking ball in the box. How many more touches? Sorry, Marcelo. Sorry.
No, absolutely. No, I'm just as frustrated as you, man. But I used to watch when I used to watch Pochettino, David. I used to honestly, come on, Kane. He's offside now.
No,
it's not.
He's onside. Wow.
It's beautiful. It's the man hates himself. That's why you do not take him off. It's a beautiful, delicate chip. Come on. Woo! He's back.
Everywhere we go.
Oh, lad, don't.
I'm celebrating this goal.
Don't you?
Fuck it.
Stop
Everywhere
it.
we go. It's the Tottenham boys
making all the noise. Everywhere we go. Right, you got to take it when you can get it, lad.
I want to publicly and officially separate myself from what is going on up there. I have nothing to do with that.
Come on.
Oh, that's delightful. I mean, if I scored that on FIFA, I'd just turn it off and I would retire, to be honest. That's beautiful.
Oh.
What a finish. Come on. Who played that ball into him? Good ball. Come on, now let's get Sonny on the score sheet. Come on.
Oh man. Oh man. Like the thing is though, like for real, like what I was gonna say, I used to like get up in the morning, have my breakfast, and just watch, Pochettino ball buzzing, ready, redknapp, I used to like just get ready for those days. And I would honestly, Pochettino, I love this football so much, David, that I would risk losing my job watching that football.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would be working and I'll be like this on my phone underneath my seat and, like just watching the game because it was just that good. I didn't miss a single Pochettino game. Today, if I was working today, bro, and I would be thanking God. I would be like, fuck yes, I don't have to watch us play. Honestly, I would not risk my job to watch these guys play.
Yeah.
No, not even close. Not even worth it.
Oh, thank God. At least now, we're back in the game. Oh, Kane looks like he's took a heavy knock there. Coover99 said quad is back on. Woo! There. Nah, look, definitely. It's all back on now, Coover. Absolutely love it, my man. I love the optimism. Jack Kanicki's going mad. Pick it out. And I can imagine him saying that with the pure aggression. He absolutely relishing it. Jacko, honestly, where have you seen that before? Tell the truth, Jack. You've seen me do this on FIFA time and time again, my man. It's the Davy Harris finish. This is how much me and Kane connect. He has the finish.
There we go. Come on, Nobelli.
Big up, Jacko. Everybody that's new, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Make sure you smash that like button.
There we go.
And make sure you keep getting your super chats.
Boys,
guys. Great way to support the channel. Let's go.
Oh, Nobelli, you fucking idiot. Get out of the way.
Oh, my God.
Get out of the way.
Christ. I mean, he's just a cinder block. He's just in the way.
That was going in. David, that was going in.
Do you know what? Look, I'd be happy if we win. You know what I mean? But even a 2-1 win, I'm still going to be pissed off. And I'm going to be delighted that, we kind of like saved the embarrassment. But I'm still going to be pissed off with the nature of the performances. Players out there who were given a chance haven't took it. I'll still be pissed off. Pierre and lad ass coming off. I'm sorry, but he deserves that name. I mean, completely anonymous. Absolutely anonymous. This is a guy who's a record signing. A record signing. I mean, you see Skip getting berated on a weekly basis. You see Hotspur getting berated on a weekly basis. And I mean, I feel sorry for them. I just feel sorry for them. There's no help in there. Like, they know they're not the players in there that we need. But, they know that they should be replacing each other, giving each other rest in the squad. It's just...
If only they did some stepovers against Newcastle once a year. If only. Then they'll be considered quality.
Yeah.
Joke. Come on. That's what you mean, though, David. You are right when you say about Skippy. At least he tries. He goes for that interception. Now we got a corner because he did that. That's another opportunity to score a goal. It's true. It's better than just Ndombele just standing out there. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. No, it is. It is. Like, the thing is, look, don't get me wrong. Look, you get pissed off with Heiberg and Skip at times because they just sometimes do not have that passing ability or the vision that you need, right?
But they're not the type of players.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But I agree with you. Like, it's just kind of like, I would much rather have the two of them in there working hard rather than just an Ndombele who has all the ability in the world sitting there dreaming about his McDonald's order on his way home. You know?
Yeah, just jogging.
Oh, I mean, absolutely woeful. I mean, how can you be anonymous against NS Mura?
Yeah.
I mean, 80 million, and their two midfielders are probably worth 800,000 and they've outshone them. Oh, Højbjerg on the pitch. I mean, like, the thing is, we're bringing on players that should not be on the pitch. They should be rested and fresh for the weekend. Lucas Moura's son, Højbjerg should all be rested. Davies, why are they out there? I mean, it's disgusting. And again, it just comes down to desire to want to win that breaking ball, and they're on the break again. Well stepped in, Dyer.
Yeah. And that's what I meant when I said also, Dyer, I would still take him over Sanchez because he's actually, he's actually improved under Conte,
He has, to be fair.
He actually has. And I listen, it's tit for tat, David. This is what we're talking about. We say it how it is. Like, I'm Eric Dyer's biggest, critic, but he's been having a good season. And I will say it. I have no problem in saying that. Well, now, is he the player that we need? We'll see. He has to keep it up. But, listen, like, we don't hate on these players for no reason. When we say end on burgers, or, end on fat ass, or, Burger King, all these stuff, we're not saying because we want to hate them. It's because that's what they are. That's what they are. Sanchez, GPS. That's who he is. He couldn't find the ball, even if you showed him.
No, I agree. Look, this is the thing. I've always said this. Look, I don't want to be berating on the players. I don't want to be giving out about them. At the end of the day, if that's what they give me to do, I mean, what do you want me to do? I'm going to call a spade. Look, I know
just got a yellow card. Did you see that?
Yeah, I love it. It. That's what we're talking about.
More fight than Ndombele showed in the pitch. More fight. Honestly, more fight than Ndombele showed in that pitch.
Yeah. That's
embarrassing. Ndombele should be embarrassed.
Matty, you enjoying the West Ham game?
I wouldn't do it to myself. I'm just trying to comprehend how the club has gotten here, to be honest. What we've all been doing for the last 2.5 years, but you think after getting that equaliser, there'll be a bit more about us, a bit more fight, trying to find that winner. A bit of hope, I suppose, that after getting the equaliser we can find that second, but it's just more of the same.
Yeah,
it's more of the same, and it is essentially a first. It's a full strength squad now. I mean, it's Son, Kane, Lucas, Højbjerg, Skip, Dyer, Sanchez,
Davies,
Davis, all start full team games. I know we're still a man down, but I mean that's 8 of our 9 outfielders are ones that we'd expect to be playing maybe against Burnley on Sunday. Definitely the next Premier League game, and we just are useless. There's no other way of looking at it.
Matty, do you think it's a sad state of affairs how far we've come talent-wise that we're now sitting here and accepting players that are trying? Does that show our fall from grace? Because before we were giving out about some players coming in and lacking the quality, but now we're just praising players that are just trying.
Yeah, no, that was the bare minimum. That was, you'd be lucky enough to even get in a Pochettino training session if you were carrying back. I'm not talk about Pochettino, we'll talk about that era when we were performing really well. But I mean, I've said many times over the last couple of weeks, I'd rather 11 Oliver Skips than 11 Tanguy Ndombeles. One player there is much more talented. It's Ndombele, but one player actually tries and actually shows something for the badge, and that's Skip. And if that's where our standards have dropped, I think that'll say a lot more about the club than any of us ever could, or any pundit ever could. And it's damning,
Matty,
to be honest.
Let me ask you this, because I know you're the transfer guru here.
He is.
Yes, he is. Honestly, people people can say whatever it is, but this guy, he's friends with Romano. His sources are reliable. I follow Matty Hayes and basically Ali Gold and Romano. That's about it. That's the only 3 people I follow.
You're too kind to me.
No, honestly, Matty, you deserve it. It's just the truth. But look, in my opinion, like, do you think there's a chance that Ndombele can move this January?
I doubt it. I know. Look, he's been really poor for us, and he hasn't been what we expected him to be in all this. But Antonio Conte really wanted him at Inter Milan, and if he's getting his hands on him now, he's not going to give up on that after a month and a half, 2 months. I think he'll find out it's a lot more work to do with him than what he had initially thought. But no, I know Football Insider came out with a report yesterday that Conte's asked Levy to move on, and Ndombele and Ali Gold came out and said that's why the market's not true. And I would believe that to be the truth, because Ndombele is too talented and was too attractive to Antonio Conte at his time at Inter Milan for him to just give up. And I'd be really, really, really surprised. And also you have to look at the fact that Tottenham aren't going to want to lose a lot of money on him. We bought him for 65 million. Realistically, we'd be lucky to get 30 at the rate we're going at, and I don't think that's a loss that the Tottenham board will be willing to make. I think they'll maybe try hold out for another year, get a bit of form. If the plan is to sell him, maybe get that price up a little bit more before we let him go. No, I think Ndombele stays.
Jesus, poor from Sonny. Jesus, man, how come every time, this is like playing FIFA at the hardest difficulty. Honestly, I feel like watching Spurs is like playing FIFA at the hardest difficulty mode, where trying to dispossess a team is nearly damn impossible, but like their team can dispossess us super easily. You ever done that, Maddie? Every time we put in these tackles and we just can't get, like, we're so weak. It's ridiculous.
The surface must be really, really bad tonight. And again, Sanchez was at fault for the goal, but he slipped over. Hojbjerg slipped over. Son just slipped in the box there as well. I don't know if that was maybe a plan by Mura, because I know it wouldn't be quite used to the.
Cheers, Matty. You're already taking the words out of Ben Davies' mouth at the end of the at the end, lad.
Oops. Yeah, it's okay if I say it.
Pass the ball. Come on,
let's nick this. I mean, just please save me the embarrassment, please.
Fuck it. No, but because I saw it in the Football Insider that there's a possibility we could be looking to sell him. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it'll probably be over the summer if we do sell him at all. But I don't know, Maddie. What's your opinion on him? Because personally, I think he has to go now. I'm fed up. Yeah, I think I'm fed up with Nobele.
No, I don't think now is the right time to do that. Like I said, he's had 3 or 4 different managers in a very short spell at the club. We know how difficult it was for him to kind of settle in as it was anyway. But people don't like to think about it, and they don't like to use it as an excuse for players. And I'm not going to use it as an excuse, but it is a factor that the personal reasons, like losing the 2 friends he had at the club, and Sissoko and Aurier, struggling to settle in, all these managers, it has to affect him in some way. But if he can't find that consistency over the next 12 to 18 months, if we do manage to keep Conte for that amount of time, well then.
What do you think? Hold on, David. What do you think? I'm sorry. I just have a point.
No. Go on.
What do you think of the fact that he already wanted to quit Pochettino, because his training was too intense? What do you think about that? What excuse do you have for that?
There's no excuse for that. That's the excuse of a player who got dropped by Guangdong when he was 18 years old for being overweight. That's a mentality issue that I don't think any manager could fix, unless Conte does. If any manager was going to, it would be Conte. I don't know if that was true. I mean, I don't remember who those reports came from, but if it is, well, then we got a bit of a problem on our hands, don't we?
And the thing is, look, we talk about moving country. Okay, I get it. Unlucky. I mean, like we talk about different managers coming in and this, that, and the other. But the thing is, anytime he's given a chance, I mean, he just doesn't perform though. I mean, how does he expect to get into a manager's team with not performing? I mean, for me, he has more of a Harry Winks attitude where he's like, I need to run the games, but I don't expect any manager ever. I mean, even if Mickey Mouse walked in and managed the club tomorrow with no reputation, I don't expect any manager to pick a player that just doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Oh, Kane. Oh, this is tough to watch. Yeah. Sorry, Kane's just falling over the ball.
No, it is, because even our best players like Son and Kane haven't been looking that good. It's just.
But I mean, look, the thing is, right? We can blame these players out there now, but I mean, the game was already ruined in the first half by some of these no-shows. To be honest with you, like the thing is, these players shouldn't be put in this position. Where they're coming in, and now this is the thing, and this is what frustrates me, because the media are going to target the likes of some of these first-team players with the same brush. The fans are going to do it as well. And it's not right, because it should be laid at the players that were given a chance and set the game off the way it ended up going. We shouldn't have to constantly be dragging in these first-team players. And you don't think Son players like that are going to be pissed off that they're now going to be dragged into it because they were put on the pitch, to try and sort this crap out. And the game was already lost in the first half,
Yeah.
I feel sorry for some of these players. I really do. Tottenham Tantrum Gold says, great show, big up Matty and Marcelo. I'm embarrassed with this performance from me, Deli, Doherty, and Co. I'm done with them all. Conte must be back now.
Yeah. No, like I said, David, there is no other way out. It's either we spend money or we go under. It's simple as that. There is no magic mushroom. There is no magic coach that can turn these players around. Pochettino couldn't do it. Mourinho couldn't do it. Conte, you know, he can't do it. It's not a coincidence. 3 great managers all couldn't do it. So, like who else is? There's no magic mushroom. Spend money. It's simple as that. Kane, run for that, man. What is that sprint?
Oh God!
How come Davison Sanchez is still on? Why was Rodon taken off?
This is just embarrassing of all sorts. Like,
but it's just. But like I said, like Maddie, the only way to fix this is the club just finally has to dig into their pockets.
But right. So I'm going to give you some stats here, Lucas Mura. Oh, he couldn't keep it down.
Try. Good try.
Yeah, he tried. So here's some stats for you, right? So here's just some figures. So Swiss Ramble, they published a research that they done the other day on some of the financial reports. And they done it regarding Tottenham's owners and investment into the club of all owners through the Premier League. So here it is, right? So up the very extreme end, you have Man City owners have invested out of their own pockets 837 million. Chelsea owners out of their own pockets 559 million. Aston Villa out of their own pockets 434 million. Everton 348 million. Brighton 319 million out of their own pockets. Leicester City 310 million out of their own pockets. Now you look at the clubs I mentioned: City success, Chelsea success, Aston Villa. They've come up into the Premier League and they're held their own. So you'd say they've had a good rise over that period. And this is over the last 10 years, by the way. Everton, their owners, they've kept them in the Premier League in the top half of the table. Brighton, new stadium, and now sitting comfortable inside the Premier League. Leicester City, well, I mean, you're talking promotion, you're talking Premier League title, you're talking a Charity Shield, and challenging for top 4. You look at and that's it, right? You look at all them, right? So you'd say they've had pretty good 10 years in terms of the levels they're at. Now, you look at Liverpool, who are middle of the road, where their owners have put the money in their pocket when they needed to. Now, they've got a Champions League and a Premier League out of it, and back Klopp to the hilt, right? And they've spent, I think, 200 and something million. So I'm not asking us to go to the very extreme, but even if the owners put in what Liverpool owners have put in over the last decade, you're talking maybe we might have had some success, especially over the Pochettino era when we went 3 transfer windows without buying players. They would not put their hands in the pocket to
what is Skip doing?
To help us. But then you look at Norwich, spent 2 million their owners out of their own pockets, and you look at Burnley, who've spent 5 million out of their own pockets. They're up and down like a yo-yo. Newcastle, who the owners are actually, I don't know how it's worked out, but they actually took money from the club. So but the thing is, like, we're on par with these teams, and they're up and down like a yo-yo, no consistency. With our owners not putting in their pockets, what have we seen over the last few years? Inconsistent performances.
Yeah.
It adds up, It does add up.
Every team you've mentioned there, I mean, has progressed in the last 10 years. Maybe with the argument of Everton. I think they've been a bit unlucky with the signings they've made, but Brighton,
but they
last year shouldn't have been anywhere near the relegation zone. They were a lot better than that. Leicester, like you mentioned, they've all progressed. By the way, Vitesse have equalised the way to Rennes, so we can still win through with a point here. They're doing us a massive favour. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's. I mean, did you say Norwich as well invested 2 million? Did you say that earlier?
2 million.
Come on.
Their owners are worth 23 million pounds. Their entire owners are worth that much. Joe Lewis is worth a couple of billion, and he can't even invest as much as the Norwich owners. It is embarrassing.
But what I'm trying to say is like, if this continues, okay,
we're gonna go under.
We will end up like them. Our football's already gone like that, and we will end up down there if we continue like this. And I have to say, look, I'm not one that people know that. I try to be fair and balanced. I don't blame everything on Levy's door.
No.
I like to hold Steve Hitchen accountable. I like to hold the players accountable because they do have jobs to come in.
Absolutely.
But you cannot defend not spending anything. You look where we're going. You look at the teams we're around who their owners have spent just as little as us, and they're running their club on a self-sustainable model. It doesn't work. I mean, the time and the place for that is gone. I mean, there comes points where owners have to dig into their pockets and help them out. And this January is one of them. They have to put their hands in the pocket and help out this manager. Like, we missed the boat. We had a chance to get ahead of the likes of City, Chelsea, Liverpool, United, who were all in rebuilds over the time when Leicester won the league and we were challenging. You know what I mean? We that's when we should have done it. We didn't. We missed the boat, and now it's gone to the point where the gap is too big. You either have to pump the money in, or you're going backwards. And right now we're going backwards, and it doesn't look like they are going to pump the money in. And being self-sustainable, just keep watching us drop until these owners put the money in. The proof is there in the chart.
It's worrying listening to that, because I can't disagree with a single word of it. You know, football's moving on, and we're staying still. It's caught us already, and it's only a matter of time before it passes us out.
And like the thing is, Matty, by the time we do create the amount of money we're trying to generate to make the club self-sustainable, we're going to be even further behind yet again, because again, it's going to push to new heights. You know, and we're always going to be playing catch up doing this model.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. But it's just not going to change, is it? Oh, Ben Davies, man.
What is Mura doing there, man? Losing the ball there. Just pass the fucking ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's just turning into a blind alley.
Lads, like, I'm sorry, Moore have just scored. I'm sorry, I can't pretend this hasn't happened. I'm sorry, I can't pretend this hasn't happened.
Fuck this game.
They've just scored in the counter.
Yeah, I'm turning off. Actually, no. Let me see. Dan Davies slipped up. Yep, there we go. Perfect.
Awesome. Oh, that's shocking. Oh, my God. That is shocking by Ben Davies.
Shocking by Ben Davies, and also shocking by Davis.
Worse by Sanchez. Oh, my God. That's the second time he's been done.
Anybody that tells me that Davis and Sanchez should be...
No, he's done. Davinson Sanchez is done. I'm sorry, but that is woeful. He's cost us both goals. Look, I know Davies lost the ball, but Sanchez had more than enough time to recover that and sort the situation out. That's shocking. That's 2 goals this guy has cost us. I mean, you're talking about a team that are one of 3 teams sitting bottom of the group with no points in this competition, and they've now turned us over. They have now turned us over. They haven't picked up a point all competition. We're now losing. We've now lost 2-1 to these. We've lost 2-1. I do not believe this.
That's an own goal, by the way. That shot's going off target before it hits Sanchez. That's an own goal by Sanchez.
I mean, again, he just does what he done in the first half and couldn't side him. How's he not learning from the mistake in the first half? He's literally, oh my God, he's just letting coincide him like he did in the first half. I mean, talk about being dumb. I mean, I'm sorry, but you have to learn your lessons. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't let him on the team bus. I just wouldn't. I'd make him walk to the airport, and when he gets there, tell him, no, by the way, start getting a taxi across Europe and find your own way home, because you're not good enough. Right, that's shocking. I mean, I know Davies gave away the ball, but Sanchez had time to recover that. Show him on the outside. I've said it in the first half. If you're a defender, you always are encouraged to show them on the outside. Never show them on the inside because they get the shot. Ask them to back themselves on the outside and get in and take the ball off them. I mean, this is just schoolboy shit. It's a schoolboy. Jesus Christ, we've been turned over by Slovenians I've never heard of. Jesus Christ. I've never heard of them before this year.
By the way, I don't know how people are blaming Galini for that. That's like a massive deflection off Sanchez going over his head. There's nothing Galini can do there, but no, it's an embarrassment. This is pathetic. This is worse than Zagreb. This is worse than Colchester. This is worse than now they fall behind to Marine in the FA Cup. That's us in a playoff if we're lucky enough to get out of this group as well.
Well, I mean, if Vitesse
they
go ahead of us. I think if Vitesse get the point, they go ahead of us.
No, we're ahead on goal difference or head to head, whatever it is. But look, I need to run down.
I don't want to go further in this competition. I don't want to go further in this competition. See you later, Matty.
First of all, big up, Matty, man. I really appreciate you coming on. It was good to do the watch along with you, my man. And everybody, I think everybody knows who this guy is, but do get over and check out Matt Hayes. Matt Hayes Tottenham blogs. Do get over there and check it out, guys. Absolute brilliant channel. Honestly, this guy, anything transfer related, you need to check him out. He's always on the money. Believe me, he'll put out things 1 or 2 days before, get ridiculed, and then people will not come back and admit they were wrong 2 days later. He's on the ball, so get over and check out Matt Hayes Tottenham blogs. Matty, big yourself up, brother. I really appreciate you coming on.
No, thanks, Dave. A pleasure to be back on with you, lads. I'll talk to you soon.
See you, Matty.
Bye.
See you, Matty. Big up, Matty. Dark Song G says, if I was Sanchez, I would have tackled that guy and got a red card. Deli Sanchez, Davies, Tanguy cost us this game. And that's another thing, Marcelo. This guy's spot on here, Dark Song G. I mean, Sanchez, sometimes you just got to make that tackle. You know, I mean, it's just, oh my God. I mean, just make the tackle. I mean, all they're doing is showing me the replay of the goal. I'm turning it off. I don't even want to watch the replay of the goal anymore. I mean, it's just awful defending of all proportions.
Honestly, look,
I'm sick of it.
Listen, honestly, I don't promote any hate, and I won't promote any hate. But honestly, just go to these guys' profile pictures, right, or these guys' Twitter account, and just ask kindly, just leave my club, because that's what I just did. I don't care if they see it or not, because they will see it. I just kindly ask, look, I'm not gonna say any hate, just leave my club. I'm done hating on these guys. I'm done hating on Ndombele. I'm done hating on Dele Alli. I'm done hating, you know, on Sanchez. I'm done hating on these guys. Just leave my club, please. Just leave me alone. You know, honestly, like, I don't want you here anymore, man. I'm tired of just hate. I'm just tired of like talking shit about this team. I'm just tired of always, you know, you and me always having this discussion, always speaking the truth, always expecting this to happen, always being let down, you know, because we choose to believe, because we love this club and we want the best from this club. But, you know, these players just keep, you know, embarrassing us day after week. So kindly, Spurs fans, do not send any hate, but just ask these guys to leave our club. Honestly, that's all I want. Dele Alli, I hope you go and you find yourself another club and you have a great career. Davinson Sanchez, I hope you find another club and you have a great career. I don't hope any ill will towards these guys. I truly like hope these guys, you know, have a great career, but just not at my club anymore, because, you know, like, I'm pretty close at tearing up, because, like, this is fucking bullshit, man. You know,
I mean,
like,
this is low, Marcelo. This is lower than Zagreb.
This is the lowest I've been as a Spurs fan. You know, honestly, I turned off the stream after that goal. You know, just leave my club, man. Just leave us alone, bro. Like, you know, like, you're fucking leech at this point. You're just being a cockroach at this point. You know, I get it. You don't care about the club. We're not asking you to care about the club. I'm not asking you to put in an effort anymore. I'm just asking you to go find another club. You know, just go to a club that you want to be in, man. You know, no one here is forcing you to play for Spurs. Just go to, like, you know, a different club, man. Just leave us alone, you know. And to everybody who cared, look, Skip had a bad game, but I still, you know, you obviously showed desire. Brian Hill had a bad game, but he showed desire. Son didn't have the best of performances, but still, you know, showed desire. All those guys, you know, they know who they are. They can stay. But, you know, the Ndombele's, the guys who just, you know, didn't give a shit. Sanchez, you know, who just walk around the park. Just leave my club, man. Just leave me alone. Just leave us alone. Like, I can't take this anymore, man.
I agree. Do you know what? Michael Bennett's spot on here. So I just cancel some of the contracts. I mean, I just don't even want anything in return. I agree with Marcelo. Look, I just want them gone. You know, I don't wish them any bad fate and stuff like that. I'm at the same. I just want them gone. You know, they're just hurting us now. They're doing more harm than good. I mean, each time you keep rolling out these guys, you sit there and hope. You know, you want them to do better, but always in the back of your mind, you just know what's coming. You just know what's coming. Guys, we're going to bring on Philip Brady as well. But before everybody, before we get Philip's thoughts on it as well, everybody, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you are smashing that subscribe button. 2 subscribers off reaching 4.9k. Why not make something positive today? And guys, you know, feel free to get the super chats in. There's over 300 in the house. Don't worry, I do know Christmas is coming up. I will do my best to get all the comments in. But guys, feel free to get the super chats in. It's a great way to support the channel, and they're always great talking points as well. But Philip, look, you heard Marcelo. He's deflated. You know, honestly, I feel like crying. I mean, it's just a new low. But Philip, I mean, what's your thoughts, man?
I'm nearly too shocked to speak. I mean, Dave, you know, I've been supporting Spurs since not long after they won the double.
Yeah.
I remember we lost a cup match to Port Vale back in the early something or other when it was 40 years ago. That was a low point. Losing to Coventry in the FA Cup final was another low point. I'm lucky tonight. I only got the second half. I missed it. I only got home for the second half. But that is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
I think I made a suggestion some weeks ago that a lot of these players need to be on a pay-for-play contract.
Yeah.
Which means half of them will be begging outside the ground for a living because they will not get playing. They're just not good enough.
Yeah.
Just pathetic. To think we had to bring on Lucas Mura and Son, who did nothing, to be honest with you, when they came on anyway, for the joke of a team that at the start of that game. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm angry. I am angry. I am absolutely angry. And I think those poor fans, those 200 fans that went out to Slovenia tonight, Daniel Levy should be write a check for every one of them and refund every penny of that trip cost them. Because they went out there under false pretenses. They went out to watch a football team and they watched a sharish shit.
Yeah, no, I agree. Look, and the players, I'll be honest with you, the players should be pulling together to start reimbursing some of these fans. I mean, if they don't get reimbursed, I mean, it's absolutely shocking. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, but look, I'm sorry, I don't really want to do this, but we have to. I mean, let's speak about Ndombele, Sessegnon, Dele Alli, and Davinson Sanchez, all players that have always constantly been begging for their chances. Now, there's a lot more to the downfall, but 4 massive problems on that team right now today. You could see it. Ndombele, anonymous in midfield. Poor Skip. I know people are going to slate Skip saying he was awful, but I mean, do you blame him? He's on a one-man mission in there. Ndombele didn't even touch the ball in the second half. He was completely anonymous. Davinson Sanchez done with the same move twice. Once at the start of the game and once at the end of the game. I've said this before. He can play well during the game all he wants. It's a 90-plus minute games, and he's prone to mistakes, and he proved that today against a bunch of farmers. You're talking about Sessegnon. I mean, what's he doing on the second challenge? He's already booked. He's off the ground. He lunges. The studs are up. I mean, again, a guy that was rolled out in the press conference trying to get fans to feel sorry for him. I've had a tough time, this, that, and the other. And that's the bollocks he comes out with today. And then you're talking about Dele Alli, who, I mean, he grabbed the player, he roughed him up a little. But, I mean, I'm absolutely livid. He's absolutely shocking. He's done. I'm not wasting my time persisting with any more of these players. I'm just not doing it. But, look, we'll go to Marcelo first, and then we'll go to Philip, and we'll get our thoughts on these players. Marcelo?
Embarrassing, disgrace, weak, spineless, just that, man. Look, I don't even want to say anything more hate because I'm just already deflated, and honestly, I don't have any hate left in me. I just want these guys gone, man. I honestly, Ndombele, hope you have a best of life. I get it. You're struggling here in England. You don't have no French friends. You could put in effort, try to learn English.
I mean, it's not
I learned how to speak English. So can you, but I get it. Some people don't want to do it. Then just go to France. Just ask for your transfer. Hand it in. Go to Daniel Levy. Say, you know what? Not the club for me. Go. Have a great day. Have a great life. But just leave us alone. Leave this alone. I'm tired of this, man. I get it. You don't want to be here. You don't want to play for Spurs. You think you're maybe too big, whatever. You think you should deserve to play football. You think you've been treated wrong. I get it. Whatever your reason is, just go. Leave. Please, just leave. Yeah. Every time I watch these players, I just feel deflated. I just feel like there's no passion, no care, no desire. And look, listen, it's not even the worst squad we've had, for being honest.
Yeah.
In terms of talent, it's not the worst squad we've had, but it's definitely the least liked squad I've ever seen at Spurs. This squad, I absolutely hate almost all these players, and that's not a feeling I want. People think like these are feelings that I want, but really it doesn't. I want to love my team. I want to go back to those Pochettino days. I want to go back to those days where, I love Eriksen, Dembele. I was proud of my players. They fought. Okay, they never won any trophies, but they fought for the badge, man. They show some pride. And I honestly, I keep saying it. I get it. We're not gonna win a trophy. Let's be really here. We're not gonna win a trophy this season. But honestly, if it means just selling some of these players, getting some players that want to be here, and seeing some passion and life. Because let's be real here, David. This club right now, it's lifeless. There is no soul in this team. Like, Phil, have you seen a squad with less soul in this team?
It's hard to think of one. I mean, there was times when when we were struggling against relegation in the 70s, but at least that team was fighting.
Yeah.
They were crap, but at least they were going out there and giving it a go.
Yeah, no soul.
They weren't just, tipping it around as if, my impression of the Spurs team tonight was, it's only Mura. We only have to turn up to win. And, should have known this was going to be their cup final.
Yeah.
No, we should have known that. I should have seen that coming a mile off,
But look, if we are honest, though, we should never be being turned over by these. I mean, you should be able to turn up hungover and beat these.
We should have been able to put out the under-19 team against Athlot and beat them.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it. At least the under-19s might have played with a bit of passion. The only player, I'll single him out again tonight, but the only player tonight who really stood out for me as trying, as he always does, was Harry Kane. Okay, he made a few slip-ups, he didn't, but he was trying to make something happen. And, God help it, he must be sitting in that dressing room, looking at the likes of Sanchez and Dele Alli and Ndombele. Dele Alli and Ndombele, I would cancel their contracts. Take the legal hit if there's going to be a court case, cancel their contract and get them out of our club.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Saber, welcome to the new channel member, my man. Big yourself up. Dark Song G says, if you can only cancel 3 players in January, who would they be? List from 3rd to 1st. Mine is Delhi, Tanguy, and Winks. Look, mine is, I'll go with the exact same as you, to be honest with you, Dark Song G. Delhi, Tanguy, and Winks. Look, Winks been here too long. He's not good at example for academy players. Tanguy, just completely honest, does not want to be here, wants the money, wants to live the high life, but wants to share all responsibility on the pitch. And Dele Alli is just done and finished, Dark Song G. He's finished. He's absolutely done. I mean, you can't tell me he cared out there today. I mean, it's absolutely shocking, Dark Song G. Dark Song G also says Burnley starting 11, Lloris, Tanganga, Dyer, Roden, or Davies, or Davies, Skip, Reggie, Pierre and Højbjerg, Real, Son, Kane, Gale, Bench, Lucas, and second that aren't chosen. White, Harv, and McCandy and Utes. Yeah, I agree with you. I would be making an example, and I would be putting you on the bench for the Burnley game. That's for sure, Dark Song G. I definitely would, my man. I mean, you can't keep putting up with this crap. You can't even trust him to come off the bench. Catastrophic failure says we all owe Nuno an apology. It was never his fault. No, look, don't get me wrong. I mean, we do look a bit better under Conte. Nuno does have to take a bit of blame for what went on. But look, I've said it under Jose Mourinho. People laughed at me. I said it under Nuno. People laughed at me. You know what I mean? And look, at the end of the day, we know the problem. Now we know the problem. It's a shame that it's not really a shame. Like, at least we got Conte, but that's took this long for people to realize that it can't just be the manager the whole time. You know, and I'm absolutely look. People are waking up to it, which is a good thing. Dusty Tone says someone called them leeches. They come collect a nice wage with no real good intentions. They're basically retired and just cashing off the club. I couldn't agree more. That's exactly what they are. Look, you know, you see half of them nowadays. I mean, look, I understand they have to have stuff outside of football, but you do that when you start hitting the 30s and your career is winding down. Not on the height of it, not doing all these brand deals, all these clothing lines and everything else, because it takes away from what you're doing on the football pitch. Yeah, it does. It's a sad state, but it does. I know these guys, but see, this is where you know who's in it for the football, who's in it for the money. Look at Declan Rice. Apparently that guy at West Ham, he lives his life completely proper. His phone's off at 10 o'clock every night. You know what I mean? This, that, and the other. Look at what he's getting out of himself compared to some of these absolute numpties we have, Dusty Tones. I fully agree with you. Absolutely brilliant super chat, my man. Absolutely brilliant. But look, I'm going to take Maria Williams, and I just want to have a quick say, and then we will get in. Chris is in the background. Maria Williams says, there is soul, a bunch of arseholes. If I don't laugh, I'll cry. No, I couldn't agree more with you. I mean, this is completely embarrassing, Maria. And look, I was saying this during the game. I'll be honest with you. I feel sorry for Kane. I feel sorry for Son. I even feel, and I never thought I'd say this, but I feel sorry for Dyer coming on. I feel sorry for Skip. I feel sorry for Højbjerg, because these players are constantly being put out with a lot of these numbskulls. And they're the ones now that are going to be tarnished with, because they were brought on, they're the ones that are going to be tarnished with the same brush as a lot of these other players who already ruined the game in the first half. As these guys I feel sorry for, I mean, they must be turning around in the dressing room going absolutely nuts. I mean, absolutely nuts. I honestly, I hope a few of them walk out with black eyes because they need a good dust up in there. I'm sorry, but I'm not really one for violence and that, but they need a good dust up in there. Someone has to go around and start holding people accountable, Roy Keane style. Let's have it. I'm sick of this crap. Maybe some of these results will not happen. But look, let's bring on Chris.
Hey,
Chris,
David. Sorry, I just want to interrupt. I got to go to my Thanksgiving dinner.
no, you go and enjoy it, my
I
man.
gave up some minutes to watch it with you. You know, fucking Spurs ruined my holiday yet again. Love you, buddy. Love you, Phil. Love you, Chris. Thank you for
Big
everything,
up Marcel,
guys.
man.
Happy
You
Thanksgiving.
guys are awesome.
Happy Thanksgiving,
big up
Marcel.
the Spurs fans. Big up the Spurs fans that went down there. You guys are fantastic. You guys make this club. Fuck these players. Fuck Enoch. Fuck everything about this club. Bro.
Agreed, Marcel, man.
Big yourself up and a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy yourself. Chris, come on, give it to me. Give me your thoughts, my man.
Give David, it's going to be X-rated, but my thoughts right now. I can't believe what I've just watched.
Try and keep it as normal as you can anyway, but go on.
What the hell did I just watch? What did I just see? Did I just see a repeat of Dynamo Zagreb? Again?
Yeah.
The same shit?
That's worse.
The same crap
This is
that
the
we
most
had.
embarrassing result in
Dynamo
Tottenham's history.
Zagreb, at least are a recognised football team, not these crowd of farmers.
Yeah.
Philip, it's beyond the joke, right? Now, he wants to sign Galini on a permanent. I think he better think again. I bet they need to think again straight away. Davinson Sanchez, take his contract off him. Tear his contract up. Delhi, the same. Tear his contract up. I don't want to see them in a square shirt no more. Nah, not again. Tanguy, lazy guy. Everybody's complaining if they want Tanguy on. What the hell did he do again? Nothing. Only turned it on a little bit when Sonny and Lucas come on the pitch. Nah, David, nah. Those players today prove themselves who they are. They all need to have their contracts terminated. All of them terminated. And if Levy can't open his eyes and see what's just happened, he's bloody blind. That is disgusting. Disgusting result. To lose to a bunch of farmers. Again. And like that. Embarrassing.
Well, you know, I can only think of one positive to come from tonight.
There isn't a positive.
We can't get any lower than this. We cannot go any lower than this.
Philip, there is no positives in this game. Everything in that game was negative. It shows it when
I'm talking about from now on, we cannot get any lower than we are tonight.
It's just you said that after Zagreb, Philip.
No, at least Zagreb were a team.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't believe it.
10 times worse than Zagreb. Absolute 10 times worse.
Yeah. I can't believe what I witnessed. I can't believe it. I'm still in shock.
Like, this is the thing. We also need to remember this. I know Harry Winks wasn't a part today, so you can't really get on him. But before we do, just quickly, Chris Peters says, Conte never learned from Nuno mistake. Poor setup. I agree, Chris. Look, but at the end of the day, every manager who comes in is always going to wipe the slate clean and give them a chance. Always.
I think that slate's been broken. I think that slate's will truly be broken.
No, it has. It has. But the thing is, look, every manager's always going to do it. It's just how quickly they learn their lesson and not have them anywhere near the team. But unfortunately, you're always going to have games where you're going to have to roll some of these guys out because we need to rest some other players. It's just look, the thing is, right, back to my point, and Chris, I think you'll agree with this, Chris Peters, big yourself up, my man, is look, you heard Davies come out after the Vitesse game, Winks come out, they rolled them out, they were all out there moaning in the press. I mean, it was the pitch was blamed, the referee was to blame. The crowd noise was too intimidating. My missus was to blame. The Christmas dinner they had 3 years ago was to blame. The Twitter parents didn't get them back in 1995 was to blame. I mean, I'm fed up with it. I'm absolutely fed up with it. Not once did I hear any of them looking at themselves. And this is the problem with the mentality around this club. You know, they come out when things are against them. They come out in force. They gather around. They all come out in the press, drop little snippets about the managers. And it comes a point, it's like, when the fuck are you going to stand up and be counted? When are you going to look at your own performance? I mean, these guys drive the most comfortable cars, sport Range Rovers, whatever it may be. They go home to their home, which is surrounded with gates and hedges, which means they don't have to, which means
people.
Their house is secured. They're not living in the middle of a housing estate, so they get good sleep at night. They have the best of heating. They have swimming pools. They have as many rooms in the house as they want, cinemas, all the luxurious stuff. They sleep in Egyptian cotton sheets, right? And they still won't look at themselves. And this is the problem. Too much money to look at themselves. Too much fucking ego.
Overpaid babies.
I mean, how many times do we have to keep seeing these results? We're talking Colchester, Antwerp, Zagreb, Pacos de Ferreira, Vitesse Arnhem, and now NS Mura. That's 7. 7 teams you shouldn't be beating. I mean, Colchester would beat NS Mura. They're crap. Nobody's heard of them before the season. Nobody. Everyone had to go and do their research into them. I mean, you barely even heard of Slovenia's top team, Maribor. I mean, it's absolutely disgraceful. But the problem is, we have too many people that want to, these players are human beings. They have to have lives, this, that, and the other. Bollocks. Bring me back the old mentality. And it's not only that, it's far long ago. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, where football was people's way of life. They lived like footballers. Now we have too many of these players. They want to be off doing their deals. They want to be off on Instagram doing little cool things so that people will like them. You know what I mean? I'm fed up with it. Get onto the fucking training pitch and put things right.
Agreed.
You're out rolling yourselves out in front of the media, blaming the managers, blaming the system, blaming this, blaming that, blaming the smell of my fucking fart. Do you know what I mean? Get out there and train harder. You train harder, you will see more performances on the pitch. You will. The thing is, they don't care. They want to blame everybody else, but actually work hard. I mean, work ethic. It's something that my nanny instilled into my father instilled into me. Same as my mom's father instilled into her and she's instilled to me. It's work ethic. There's people out there working for 300 quid a week with more work ethic than what these big overgrown man children are. I'm absolutely fed up with it. I'm livid. I'm absolutely livid.
I think that there should be, if that Spurs plane, he'd be landing back in Stansted Airport about midnight tonight.
I will let none of them on the plane.
Fans there. They should be waiting for the banners. They should be out there and let the players see what it does to fans. They mightn't give a shit about it, but I'll tell you one thing: I do, you do, Chris does. It's ruined. If somebody put up there, America has a Thanksgiving at Turkey, a Thanksgiving. Spurs have 11 on the pitch. Never a truer point made about that.
Philip, you're saying about having the plane line back at Stansted. I would not let one of those fucking players on that plane. I would not let one of them know. Not one deserve to be on that plane back. They could make their own way back. Come back in the back of a lorry. I don't give a shit. They don't deserve to. They don't deserve to get on that plane. Who the hell do they think they are? They're supposed to be representing us. Did they do that tonight? No, they did not. Yeah. No, they didn't do fuck all for us.
They'll be back to their comfy beds at Hotspur away tonight as they come back there after every match. And
definitely.
They'll be having a good time. Not like us, who'll be sitting there in pure abject misery for the next 48 hours.
Philip, I was just sat in the back of myself. I'm like, what did I just witness? What did I act? David, you normally, I wouldn't say just bring me on, but tonight I had to come on. I was like, I can't watch this. This is ridiculous. This is the worst I've ever seen it. I thought the Arsenal performance was bad. I thought the United, when Nuno got sacked, was bad. I thought the Czech Farmers was bad when we lost to Zagreb. But this is the lowest of the low. To lose to some Slovenians, 6 in the table Farmers. What?
Well,
are these players playing with any fucking pride?
If you know something, if either Ndombele, Dele Alli, Winks, Doherty, and Sanchez play for Spurs again before Christmas, I'm not watching that match. I'm just
agreed.
Agreed.
I think if I see any of them in I'm just switching the game off. I can't watch them again.
We're lucky. The game isn't on live on Sunday, as far as I can gather. Not in England anyway, or Ireland.
I'll probably catch it on NBSM, but if I see any of them on the stream, I'm just switching straight back off again. I can't be dealing with them.
Burnley must be licking their lips tonight after that.
Of course they are.
Sean Dyche is there rubbing his hands.
What's the story? He says, make them an inflatable across the channel. And Jack also says, I would make all these players swim back and only give a few.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, but look, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to slate the players. Next person I'm going to slate is that baldy shitbag Steve Hitchen. I mean, how is that guy still in a job, right? I mean, you look at the list of players he's brought to this club. Me and Jack done it a couple of weeks on Kaniki Answer Me. He brought Sanchez to the club. He brought Ndombele to the club. He brought Lo Celso to the club. He brought Matt Doherty to the club. He brought Sessegnon to the club. He brought Jack Clark to the club. Who else has he brought? He brought Joe Roden to the club. You look at the players he's brought to the club. They're absolutely crap. And they're ones out there week in, week out costing us. How's he still walking around Tottenham Way making fucking tea? Get him out of there. It's not good enough. And then you go to Levy and Enoch. Look, I said it last night on Kaniki Answer Me. I've said the numbers. I'm going to try and get them up here again. Give me 1 second. And it's about basically, there was a report put out, and I am going to go through this again. I know I had the conversation with Marcelo and Matty, but I feel like I need to do it again because, I mean, this is shocking. So there was a report put out the other day by Swiss Ramble after finances came out. Now, this is shocking. Now, bear in mind, the teams I'm going to talk about and the owners that put in the money, okay, are clubs that have had either new stadiums and promotions and meteoric rises over the last 10 years. So you go to Man City, owners have spent 837 million, and this is all out of their own pocket. Chelsea, 559 million. Aston Villa, 434 million. Everton, 348 million. Brighton, 319 million. Leicester City, 310 million. Now, all them clubs have had, at various levels that they're at, you would deem them successful, correct? Then you go to who has spent least. Norwich owners, 2 million out of their pocket. Burnley owners, 5 million out of their pocket. Newcastle owners took money out of the club over the last decade. Ours have spent absolutely zero. Now, you look at Liverpool. Now, the thing is, I'm not asking us to go to the extreme lengths of City and Chelsea. But you look at Liverpool, who have spent in and around 200 and something million over the last decade, where the owners have put their hands in the pocket when they need it. Now, what I'm seeing is, in this graph, we are playing Newcastle football. We're playing Norwich football. We're playing Burnley football. Eventually, we're going to end up at that level. We're going to end up at that level. That chart's not like...
We're playing League Two. Tonight was League Two football at best.
Non-league.
Non-league at worst. That's what it was. I'll tell you one thing. Some non-league managers would have bollocked their players for playing like that tonight. Never mind highly paid professionals in the Premiership.
Exactly. Absolute pittance of a joke of a team. Absolute jokes. A lot of it.
The only good thing I'll say, at least Joe Lewis is happy. He was able to add a couple of Rembrandts and a couple of Renoirs and Picassos to his collection over the last few years.
And
club.
At least Daniel Levy got to top up his bonus a little bit more this time because we were travelling in Europe. So he topped up his bonus just that little bit more for his little extra property he might just pick up on the cheap.
Jerome here with the super chat. Most embarrassing thing is there was not one you on that pitch. Those players are useless. No, 100%. And I'm actually delighted there's no you on the pitch with them, Jerome, actually, because then they'd be the ones making them the fall guys. I'm absolutely delighted that the spotlight and the attention is fully focused on them. I'm absolutely delighted with it.
I want to see one of those players go before the microphone with Conte in the after-match press conference and apologise to the fans for that performance.
Apologise them? I don't think so.
They'll hide behind this, they'll hide behind that, they'll dodge the question, they'll answer the question. Yeah. And then they'll just go into their little cocoon, forget about the rest of us, I'm all right, Jack.
Yeah, bring Dele. I'll tell you what they should do, Philip. Bring Dele on and ask him why he's just yet again put another awful performance in when he's been given yet another chance. Bring Dele out and ask him. Let's see if they would actually do it. No, they wouldn't. They ain't got the minerals to do it.
No, they won't. They won't. You'll have the press guys, whoever looks after the PR for the club, probably claiming, "No, sorry, the players the flight's leaving early. We have to get to the airport quickly. I have to cancel the press conference." Yeah, it'll be something like that will happen. You can bet your life on it. When there's hard questions to be answered, there's going to be no one there to answer them. Now, Conte will, I would think, answer the question because I'm expecting him to tell it as it is, or I'd be very disappointed in him if he doesn't.
Yeah.
Conte. I think Conte will definitely answer the questions, no matter what. But Conte shouldn't really be answering those questions. It's really those useless players that actually had the cheek to put our Tottenham shirt on and say they represent our club.
Yeah.
How dare they put that shirt on and do that?
Yeah. Embarrassing.
Nah, man. No. That was David. That was too much tonight.
Yeah, no, it was. 2J with the super chat. Never forget, we got Session for 25 mil. Some was 22 mil. Levels in recruitment, 2J. Levels in recruitment. It's absolutely ridiculous.
25 million for Session.
It's ridiculous. Like, and you look at what Son's turned out compared to Session. And like the thing is, what annoys me with Session is he rolled himself out yesterday and he's giving it the sob story. They all feel sorry for me. And then you see everybody out tweeting, "Oh, poor Session, this, that, and the other," and then he goes and does that. I mean, it's just unthinkable. I mean, it's just unthinkable. And again, who brought in Son compared to that? Steve Hitchin, who brought in Session too, Jay. Great super chat, my man, and really appreciate the support, brother. Dark Song G, he says, Chris and Philip, are you talking about starting subs or both for not watching? Paratici and Conte are probably finished writing their death note. Philip?
They should be writing their P60s or whatever you call it when you get sacked. That's what they should be writing. I know. I mean, it's just I've got to the stage now where
Hitchin deserves a P45.
Yeah. Well, I mean, those players I mentioned cannot feature on Sunday. They cannot feature on Sunday because they've got to be left out in the cold. Train with the reserves. Train with the under-23s. Whoever. Just get them out of our club. Get them out of it now. Okay, we play the roughly the same starting 11 that started against Leeds. With no Ndombele, with no Dele Alli, I'll probably watch it because it's like a drug. You might think you've kicked the habit now, but you'll be back on it by Sunday. Unfortunately, this is the way it is. But oh my God, I tell you, this is like one of the top 4 disappointing nights in my life supporting Spurs is tonight.
Yeah,
and I never thought I'd say it against a team like Mura.
No,
This is the second time this season. Second time this season they've done this. Second time. First of all, they did it against the scum when they just didn't give a damn then. And now against a bunch of farmers. Twice in one season. Twice. Not once. Twice in one season they do the same thing.
Yeah.
Don't care. Don't care about nobody but themselves.
Yeah, no, 100%. Big up, Dark Song G. Really appreciate the support, brother, and great comment. Murray from the Stat Spurs episode. It's good to see you, Murray. Where have you been, my man? Where have you been? He says, family, it's the players. It's always been the players. Poch, Jose, Mason, Nuno, now Conte. The common denominator has been the players. True hurts. Murray, you know me, my man. I've said it consistently. I said it under Jose. I said it under Nuno. I said it, Mason coming in. It doesn't matter. And nothing's going to happen. I said it even when Conte came in. Yeah, you might see a bit of a difference in sort of some of the players that want to be here, but ultimately he's not going to turn all these players. I mean, I've had people telling me he's going to turn them all. He's going to turn 6 or 7 of them. I mean, I've always said it, and hopefully now people wake up. It's the players. They have to be held accountable. We need to stop blaming the managers. Stop calling for them to be sacked. Stop looking for reasons for them to be sacked. Stop saying, the players aren't playing for them. We need to roll dice. No, back the manager from now on. Back Conte. And make sure we hold these players accountable, because I've seen too many times they're hiding behind managers, and then when they're gone, they'll come out and do little snippets and stuff like that. I'm fed up with it. And Murray, you're 100% true. Speaking absolute facts, Murray. Big yourself up. Tottenham Tantrum Gold says this is an embarrassment. The players don't care. Levy doesn't care. I don't. I'm done with the players. Levy, Hitchin, get out of my club now. Get them out. I could not agree more with you, Dermot. I couldn't. Look, I've had enough. I've just had enough.
Do you know what I think needs to be done and done tomorrow is those players we mentioned, those 4 or 5 players, should be told they're no longer part of the first team squad until further notice.
Go train with the under-23s.
And and the likes of Alfie Devine, Harvey White, Dane Scarlett, lads should be brought up into the first team squad. Players that are a bit hungry about them, that are not.
Yeah, bring Mark Handy in.
Who's that, Chris?
Bring Mark Handy in. Bring Mark Handy in. Bring him in. Bring Niall John. Bring Niall John.
Chris, let Philip speak. We'll come to you in a second.
Yeah, there's talk about letting Markande go. Christ almighty, he's after getting the under-23 player of the month, I think.
Let him go.
Oh, Jesus, I don't know. No, I tell you, this is going to be like, we're all in a high there on Sunday after the Leeds game, and how great Conte did in the second half. I think we were expecting it again tonight. It didn't happen, right? So he's got a huge, huge job on to restore our faith in the team and Tottenham in general by 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Yeah. Because if we go to Burnley and Burnley do one on us, which is there's every possibility they will now. What's the future? What's the future like? We've got to limp through to January until we can offload the deadwood.
Yeah. No, we do. I mean, there better be good signings in January. I mean, there just has to be. Just has to be. There's no excuses. I want to hear anything about money. I don't care. Go and fucking find the money. Jack Kanicki, Chris, he says these players are paid at least 100 grand a week. And Jack, they're also full internationals as well. They can go and find their own way home. Take care. Take a Flix bus. Take a lifeboat. Swim. No team bus for them. Would you agree with Jack?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
No, it's
All
not
I've
gonna
got to
happen,
say,
no.
all I can say, Dave, is this: bring Niall John in, bring McCandy on, bring Harvey White, Divine, bring all of them, and send Delhi, Sanchez, all these shit players, Galini, or send them to the under-23s or the under-18 squad. Let them go train with them. They don't deserve to be nowhere near that first team. Not after today. Nah, that was the last kick for it. How can you rely on them? They're supposed to be the second string. They're not even second string. They're fourth or fifth string. Bring the youngsters. At least they'll show a bit of passion, a bit of ambition.
Do you know what? I fully agree with it. And look, I hear people saying you can't isolate them. It's not good for them. You can't send them to under-23s. I mean, if I don't perform in my job, and then most of you people out there who work for minimum wage, if you don't perform in your job, you're sacked. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're isolated. If you're doing something wrong, you're sent home. It's under investigation. You're not allowed back in until whatever. Now, why can't we hold the same standard for some of these guys? I'm sick of treating them, you know, like they're all encompassing kings. I'm absolutely sick of it. I mean, just send them to train with the under-23s. If they don't like it, well, then tell them to instruct their agent, who get paid a fortune as well, to go out and find them a new club. You know, I don't want to hear any more of this crying anymore this morning. Whenever the senior team is in around the dressing room, make sure they're not allowed in and around the dressing room. Tell them they can come to the training ground when everyone else has gone home. I'm fed up with it. Get rid of them. Send them to the under-23s. Let them cry like fuck. And then tell them to get their agents to get them out of here. I'm not holding their hands anymore. I'm not babying them. I'm not sponging them down, telling them how great they are anymore. I'm just not doing it. I'm fed up with it. And I don't want to see any more other people do it. I don't want to see any more people say, oh, well, maybe this is it, maybe that is it. At the end of the day, just let's call a spade a spade. So many times you can polish a shit and before you realize it is a piece of shit. It's not going to turn to that gold you want it to be. At the end of the day, just call a spade. Because until we do that, they're never going to leave. Like the club have people that monitor social media. They see people backing these players, and that's why they're left here for so long. Because they think it's great. You know, they think it's great. They're laughing at us. Oh, we can just leave these players here. It doesn't matter. Fans are accepting it. Fans are loving them. I mean, fans come out in their droves and defend Winks every week. They come out and defend Dembele. They come out and, you know, say Sanchez has pace. Can't sell these. You know, I'm fed up with it. We have to get them gone. Joe Vesaput says we really need sweeping change. I could not agree with you more, my man. It has to be change. It has to be massive change. I'm absolutely fed up with it. Absolute shout out to Margaret Kanicki. I hope you are enjoying your Thanksgiving. I hope your son isn't too angry either. You know, I hope he's hopefully your dinner makes up for today's loss, Margaret. But big yourself up, and I hope you and the family really have a nice Thanksgiving. You know, just turn off Tottenham. Tell Jack he's not allowed to talk about it, you know, and you just enjoy your Thanksgiving. Jack, to you and your family, I really do hope you have a nice time. You fully deserve it, and you picked the right day to not hear and not be here for this shit, my man. Bob Spur TV says, positives, best thing to happen to Conte, lads. No, look, I get what you're saying, Bob, 100%, you know. Now Conte knows who he can roll out, who can't roll out. And I presume, yeah, probably you would say that as a positive. But, I mean, it's come at the most expense, at the most embarrassing defeat of this club's history. I mean, the most embarrassing. It's just, I mean, if you lost these on FIFA, you restart and you turn it off and you go again and you scratch and you bash them. I mean, it's absolutely shocking. Philip, Chris Peters says, Poch says you need to refresh the team every 5 years. When will this happen? Same old rubbish from too many comfortable players. Seldom. What would you say to Chris Peters? Is he correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to keep the same. You can't keep the same players all the time. God's sake, you have to move them on. Actually, Jamie O'Hara is after coming. That must be on TalkSport, and he's absolutely ripped the team apart. He says the players in that team who never deserve to wear the Spurs shirt ever again.
Yeah,
and he's quite right.
Yeah,
quite right. He didn't name them by name, but we know who he's talking about.
Of course we do. Of course we do. You know, it's look. Do you know what, Chris? Look, what Pochettino said. I mean, you know, Jose was alluding to it as well. You know, we need players, and look, we all want to criticise the managers and stuff like this, but look, we just have to call a spade now. Look, the thing is, 4 players that played against Leeds, 4 of them actually started again in 2014 against Hull. And there's many more that didn't start that were in the squad as well. It just goes to show, Chris, but, our owners seem to think it's okay to go 3 windows without any transfers. You know what I mean? Our owners think it's okay to throw money at Steve Hitchen and keep bringing in quality, absolutely crap. They think it's okay. I'm fed up with it, Chris, but big yourself up, my man. I really appreciate support. Tim Man 007, Chris, he says, if I was Conte, I would be going straight into Levy's office tomorrow and literally guarantee that he has the funds he needs to replace these clowns.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, agreed.
Agreed. I think Conte's comments, let's read it here. Conte's comments at the press conference is, after 3 weeks, I am starting to understand the situation. It is not simple. Now, this is the understatement of the century. At this moment, the level at Tottenham is not so high. I would have said rock bottom instead of not so high. But anyway, that's
says it all, doesn't it, Philip? Says it all.
It does. But look, Chris, what would you say to Tim Man here, my man?
What can we say? There's nothing I can say for that comment. He's spot on 100%. There's nothing, no matter how much I want to say, but I'm just like, you know what? 100% agree with you, Tim, man. Wholeheartedly. After today's performance, it just shows what we really are, doesn't it? Lowest of the low. It just disgraceful, nasty, bitter little players, overpriced, pampered babies who want to sit there and go, it's not my fault. Take some ownership. Take some ownership for it for a change. Sick of them. Sick of a lot of them.
When you look at the league table and see that load of crap is 4 points off the Champions League places.
Yeah, but there's 2 different teams. 2 different teams, though, isn't it?
The club. The club as a whole. Here, I don't know.
It's
I don't drink. I nearly start.
Philip Meolad says it's his worst moment since losing 7-0 to Liverpool.
Yeah. I was actually at a friend's wedding that day. Talk about enjoying a wedding. We're listening to the scores coming in on the radio. It was I still remember that. That was horrible. But then again, that was with Ozzy Ardiles and Ricky Villa in the team. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, look, I think we need a few cans after that, the old lad. I think we need a few cans and a chat into the long hour early in the morning after that, my man.
Another thing, David, just cut across you there. Do you know what this is also doing? This is killing our chances of recruiting decent players in January.
Yep.
We're looking at this, say, Christ, I'm not going to that club. It's a fucking train wreck.
Yeah.
There's huge repercussions to tonight's result. Not just the result. It's the shock waves it's setting out around the football world. And we're going to be the ultimate bearing the scars for it for years.
I mean, look, I'm surprised. I know we've been linked with Kim Min-jae, players that are going to come in, midfielders that are going to come in and replace these players. Of course, they're going to let something like that happen because they don't want to be replaced, do they? Spot on, Philip. It will have a ramification in transfer market. The Botan Duta says this was important. At least now Levy will back Conte in January. Don't forget, even Roma lost 6-1 to Boto Glimt. Same reason, poor bench and strength. Chris, what would you say to the Botan? Do you think Levy will back Conte in January?
I really hope so, but after tonight, I'm not so sure. Do you know what it is? If he does, it'll be a miracle. If he doesn't, are we surprised?
I think he has to. I think
he has to
here without assurances. Now, if Levy breaks his word with Conte, there's only one ending to that. We'll be looking for a new manager in the end of February because he will not stick if he's not if his promises aren't fulfilled. But by Jesus, he has got some job on. He has got this will prove just how good a manager he is. It's easy going into a club where you've got ready-made stars like Chelsea and Juventus or Inter Milan, but coming to a team like Spurs who are losing to a fifth-rate team and not even. And I mean, let's face it. You wouldn't mind if it was a fluky result that we battered them. How many shots on target did we have? 2, 3, if that.
2.
Yeah.
Against a team now. Jesus, I'm going back to the plane thing again. I hope to Christ the air traffic controller on duty at Stansted tonight is a Spurs fan and refuses the plane permission to land. Have them circle around for 4 or 5 hours till the fuel runs out.
No, yeah, no, I couldn't agree more with that, my man.
No.
Look, but at the end of the day, man, he's no option. I mean, if he doesn't back Conte and Conte walks, because he could end up in January where you're looking for a new manager as well. So, look, if he doesn't, well, then we all know where to go. We all know where to go. Look, at the end of the day, we can praise their business model, but with the graph we done yet, we had that company brought out, and the one that we brought out yesterday and showed you and everything else. I mean, the model just doesn't work. I mean, I don't care. They're just going to have to find the money from somewhere and pump it in. It's that simple.
Well,
If not, expect to be the next yo-yo sold on the shelf, because that's what will happen to us. Dark Sun G21 says only Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. And big up the board, and by the way, great talking point, my man. I really appreciate support. Dark Sun G21 says only Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Skip, Son, Kane, Lucas Tanganga and Dyer tried. 7 out of 16 players who played showed effort, but the remaining players let us down and didn't try. Use youth. Chris, would you be bringing in youth now and just telling these guys just to get lost, go and lose themselves?
Yep, I'll just send them all. I'll bring all those ones from the under-23s into the main squad and put all those dead ones into the under-23s. I just want to make a comment on Phillips' one. You would ask the flight controller to circle around Stansted. I would make the flight land somewhere like Belfast, so make them catch a coach back.
Oh, yeah. Well,
they don't deserve to be landing in. They don't deserve to land in Stansted. They can land somewhere far away from London and then catch the coach back for hours on end.
Why don't they land?
Let them have time to think about what they do.
You would land up at Newcastle. You go out and pick at the airport.
I'll be at the airport before they land. Trust me. It's only half an hour from me.
I'll be honest with you, though. I think fans probably should turn up at the airport and make their voices heard. Because
it has happened before. It wouldn't be the first time. It has happened before. I think some Italian team came home one night and there was about 5,000 fans waiting to jeer them after a performance in the Champions League. So, we're probably not hot-blooded enough to do that sort of thing. But
even the Colombian national team did that, didn't they?
Was that?
The Colombian national team waited at the airport after they lost the Copa America game and waiting for the team to come off their plane before they gave them hell.
But that might make some of our boys think. Might make some of them think.
But, even look, the next home game, make sure when that bus is driving around to get into the stadium, fans line the streets, make their voices heard. Then in the stadium, absolutely boo the living crap out of them and make their voices heard. And do not give in until they put in a performance worthy of being praised, of being cheered, of spending your money on. Don't do it until they deserve it. They can sit there and moan and talk about fans and, they're mean, they won't cheer us. What do you want us to do if our own fans won't cheer us? Well, there's a fucking reason for it. There is a reason for it. Get your ass in gear and start performing. Dark Sun G, I agree. Get the youth in. At least they have desire, they'll have hunger, and at least they'll try. I mean, I would much rather see, say, for instance, a Harvey White put out there and make 1,000 mistakes than watch an Ndombele not move a muscle. I really would. I know Ndombele at the switch of a drop of the hat, he can maybe make that pass like he did to Gill in the first half. But it's not enough. It's nowhere near enough. Kev Williams says, I question the players' hunger for this competition. Look, it does but you know what, Kev? Competition or not, at the end of the day, it's a bloody trophy. They were able to go and win the Audi Cup. So there's no excuses why they can't win this. They were delighted when they won the pre-season cup. So some of them can be delighted going for this. Look, with this hunger, it doesn't show winning ability. And if they don't have the hunger for the competition, get them out of the squad. Get them out. Kuva99, big up, my man. And big up, Kev Williams. Really appreciate support. Kuva99, the only positive is some of the dead would have engraved their names into Paratici's outgoing list in January. Oh, that and I finished my crossword. No, I'm delighted you finished the crossword, because the game was bored. It was absolutely crap. And I agree with you. Hopefully now, Paratici, no matter what, even if they get rolled out in one game and they play well, hopefully now it's just bye-bye. Bye-bye. No more chances, no more anything. That's what I hope, Kuva. That is what I hope, because I'm fed up with it. I can't keep turning in, doing the pre-match pump-ups, trying to give them the benefit of doubt, trying to be, going into the games, because I don't want to be starting players going into games, but I'm going to start doing it now. I don't care. I'm just going to sit there and go, look, expect the result tonight. Expect to lose because this is what's going to happen. I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it, Kuva. But look, lads, before we do end off, Philip, Chris, we'll start with you. We'll get your final thoughts, my man.
Sad night for Tottenham. Sad night for, especially West Ham have won their group tonight. So you can imagine the shit we're going to take from their fans, especially the guys living in London. This is a low point, and I mean, I'm going to say, I'm going to quote people, someone who might be an alcoholic. They reach a certain point when they can't get any lower, and the only way is up. I think that's where we are now. We cannot go any lower. So things have to improve. I'm being ever the optimist here without any real conviction that we're going to get better, but we have to try. We have to use this as a marker that we're not going to do this again. We're not going to put our fans through this again. We're going to get better from now on. Conte's going to get the team together. We're going to get rid of the likes of Ali and Sanchez and Ndombele. We're going to buy players that are going to put Spurs back where they belong. And that probably sounds like blue moon in the sky stuff, and it probably is. But that's all we can do is hope. All we can do is hope. This is the worst, top 5 worst night of my life for Spurs tonight.
Yeah. No, I fully agree with you. And look, I do agree with you. Things will get better, but look, obviously, tonight's a low point. Look, let's rage about it. Let's dust ourselves down and move on after this. Let's speak about it. But look, times will get better. It's just how long now. But Chris, my man, what's your final thoughts?
Final thoughts are, fingers crossed it does get better, first of all. That's the first one. Second thoughts is Doherty, Sanchez, Dele, and Ndombele, move them to the under-23s team. They don't deserve to have their names on that first team sheet. Bring in the youth. Let them play. At least they will show a little little bit of balls when playing. And you never know, fingers crossed, we might get some decent result on Sunday with the youth. At least they'll actually show up and care. Yeah. But we can't get any lower than we already have tonight. Second time in the season they put us on a down low like that. Second, not first. Second time. First time was Arsenal. Now the second time the Farmers. Now the only way we can is look up. Fingers crossed. But am I excited for Sunday? No.
It's behind the couch again on Sunday, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it might be behind hiding as well. The Bolton Duta, could we still qualify for the next round? Yeah, of course we can. If it tells through with Rennes. So look, we just beat Rennes, we can still get out top of the group as well. But I mean, we shouldn't really be in this position, though. We really shouldn't. But we can still qualify. It's not the end of the world. Well, but it's just the most embarrassing result in Tottenham's history. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, look, guys, I don't really know what to say to everybody. To be honest with you, everyone stateside. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Do not let Tottenham drag you down. Everybody, thank you for everybody who's tuned in. Thank you to everybody who's come on the streams today. Thank you to Philip and Chris for coming on, after the game to share their views. A massive thank you to everybody who's tuned in. A massive thank you to everybody who smashed the like, subscribe, shared the streams, and, got the super chats in and really helped support the channel financially. You have no idea how much it really helps. So everybody, big yourselves up. Look, most embarrassing defeat in Tottenham's history. But I know I've said this before, but we just got to dust ourselves down, pick ourselves up and move on. I mean, look, you'll probably see a few different players out there at the weekend, and hopefully we see a remarked improvement. Hopefully we see a team with people that want to put things right, want to put this result behind them very, very quickly. Final thoughts is I feel sorry for Kane, Son, Højbjerg, Skip, players of that ilk who's been put on the pitch with this shit, and now ultimately they're going to be tarred with the same brush. I think the biggest positive to come from it is nobody's actually divided over the manager, saying it's this, it's that. I mean, everyone's just blaming the players, and I think that's probably the most positive to come from this, because we know the problems. I think everyone's willing to face up to the problems now, and no one's willing to put Conte under the bus. They realise actually how good Conte is, and so I'm glad that people are really starting to, root out the cause of the problems. Massive thanks to Matt Hayes and Marcelo as well, who, of course, joined the watch long. It was absolutely brilliant. But look, guys, we are going to leave it off there. Anyone wants to see any more of me, I will be over on We Are Tottenham TV on the fan show soon. I will hop on, just give my general thoughts as well. I probably do need a bit more therapy. And then after that, I suppose I'll sit down and have some dinner. But no, look, absolutely. We'll be back here again. We'll probably do a post-mortem tomorrow, I'd say. Maybe actually No, not tomorrow because the Late Late Toy Show is on. But we will do it. Yeah, we could do it one during the day, but we'll probably do a post-mortem on this Saturday. Then we'll have stats with Jack leading into the Burnley game, and then back here for the Burnley game, just to do it all over again, just to be deflated at the end. But look, honestly, Spurs fans, it's the lowest height, or it's the lowest low we could have possibly reached. Hopefully now from here on, things will only get better. I'm going to listen to that song now on repeat for the next hour or two. You know, things will only get better. But yeah, everybody, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button if you are new. And as always, no matter what, even if it's the lowest night of the low, come on, you fucking Spurs. And
come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.